Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7, coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33, I'm going on my break.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to a cloudy, cool but currently dry Newcastle number 1 in lovely Newcastle, as the Bar TV brings you the Wilson Security BDAFL match of the round between league leaders Newcastle City and the second place Terrigal Avoca. My name's David Redden and my colleague is Lucas Holmes. Lucas, good afternoon.
Hi, Dave. Always great to be here with you, Dave.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, mate. As Terrigal Avoca have just weighed their may onto the ground, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, straight in, no mucking around here, straight into the team list. Newcastle City, Kate Triffitt's in 34, Josh Wheeler is 1, 4 Anthony Stewart, 5 Luke Rawnsley, 6 Matt Enright, 7 Connor Haswell, 8 Jake Hartakainen, 11 Aaron Soon, 13 Mitch Knight, 15 Ian Baker, 18 Mac O'Malley, 19 Jackson Crawford, 21 Chris Jackson, 22 Mitch Crawford, 23 Cameron Keast, 26 Liam Dwyer, Anthony Baker in 28, Harrison Keast 29, Kevin McDonald 30, Stephen Benton 40, Mark Wheeler 48, Pat Gillingham 69, Lucas Holmes.
And for Terrigal Avoca, Dave, 1 Matthew Shortall, 3 James Webster, 4 Austin Clark, 5 Lachlan White, 6 Damon Smith, 7 Braden Kingston, 9 Jay Lewis, 11 Alexander White, 12 Corey Billins, 14 Will McKellar, Brandon Thomas is now in 16, 18 is Sam Borton, 19 is Sam Ellis, 20 is Sam O'Brien, 21 is Doug Clark, Dustin Chambers is now in 23, previously as listed on is now 22, was previously listed as 23. 24 is Jackson Farquhar, 25 Ethan Formby, 27 Mitch Betson, 28 Chris Bishop, 29 Jared Warren and 30 Angus Darling, Dave.
Thank you, LJ. Our umpires today, field umpires, Jake Bateman, Stephen Bloom, Harrison Crook. Our boundary umpires, Nick Hickson and Cooper Williams. Nick Hickson, if I pronounce that incorrectly, I apologise. And our gull umpires are Jake Lowe and Luke Beavis. Lucas Holmes, should be a cracking game of footy. What are you expecting, mate?
I think Newcastle City will come out on top today, Dave. It should be a great game between two of the league's heavyweights, Dave. It should be a great game, though.
I think it'll be a very tough game. I think Terrigal City will be wounded after getting touched up last week, and I think that Newcastle City have been in reasonable form of late, but will want to put their stamp leading into the finals. This is the last time they'll play before the second semi-final, which these two will finish in the first and second. So it's a real opportunity to have a look at things, perhaps try some different moves, do a few things, but most importantly, keep the roll on going.
Yeah.
Look, the ground's in reasonable condition. I had a good walk out there at half-time in the First Division game, which was won by Maitland over Newcastle City, which is great for the Saints. The ground's a bit patchy in places, Lucas, but it is dry.
Yeah.
The square, as has been covered, Peter Terry put a bit of rolling work into that this week, the head curator. They can play cricket. It's that good, the square. I might add, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas and I have picked up that as the toss takes place. Louis, could you just check the toss for us? The centre circle, ladies and gentlemen, is off the square, so just to the scoreboard. So I think Mitchell Knight actually won that toss. So Newcastle City heading to the Market Town on the left-hand screen of end, and Terrigal Avoca will be heading to the southern or Merriweather end of the ground, Luke, or the netball end of the ground. Yep. Look, I think I'll go out and limb here. I think Newcastle City will win, but I think they'll just get up. I'm going to tip Newcastle City by 16. That's 16 points for City for me.
No, it was interesting when they played at Terrigal Avoca a few weeks ago. Terrigal got the upper hand, Dave. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Look, as I said, this is a very important game with the finals just around the corner. You know, we're going into early and mid-August. This is the ground that they're going to play finals at. Yeah. Just a real opportunity to get a feel for the place and get a feel for the unusual shape of number one, and it's almost circular. Yeah. You don't want to get stuck wide. If you're going to go wide, then you've got to go back into the square. Yeah. And quickly to get yourself to play down the spine. Yep. Should be a great game. Want to see the battles within the game. Chris Jackson against Sam Borton. Yep. Who goes to Baker? Who goes to Webster? Yep. If they do, I'd love to see Baker and Webster play off one another. I think that'd be a real thrilling thing for our viewers to watch. Yeah. We're just about ready to go here, actually, at Newcastle number one. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, I was speaking to Lucas a moment ago before the game. It's actually quite mild here. There's no breeze at all. It's overcast. There is spitting rain around, but at the moment it's quite mild, and it's actually very good weather for football, Lucas, or would you say? Yeah, very good weather. Hopefully this rain, as you said, stays away, Dave. It'll sort of have a negative impact on the game if it does come down, Dave. Yes, it will. The skills of some of the players and the in and under players will come into play. That's where Baker, I would imagine, will really come into play. Certainly. If it gets greasy. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are different patches on the ground where there's different training areas where it's a bit brown and patchy, but underfoot it's quite firm. We are going to see some good quality dry weather footy, and as I said, we're just about to get into it. So just a quick run through our sponsors. I'll do that, Louis. Yep. BLK, the major sponsor, Beyond Limits known, Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club, G Industrial Solutions, Wilson Security, Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, Prime 7, Star 104.5 FM, the Entertainment Grounds on the Central Coast, Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, Subway Morisset. Lucas, good to be with you, mate. Looking forward to an excellent afternoon's football with our production manager John and the boys. Guys, good luck with the camera footage. Great to be working with the best in the business. We're just about to get going here at Newcastle number one. Looking forward very much to as the hands get shaken, which is a good tradition in football. Chris Jackson will line up, I would imagine, with Sam Borton. Yes, he will. You've got Webster in with him in the square there. Chris Bishop, the coach of Terrigal Avoca and the league coach, is also in the square. Let's get it on. Cannot wait for a fantastic afternoon's footy. LJ, I'm sure you are as well. Good luck, mate. Yeah, you too, Dave. Thank you very much. Game for sure. Scenes at the back of the square. Jackson's on here in the ruck there with Sam Borton. And look, Jackson's been in superb form for Newcastle City this year in his first year transferring from Collingully Glenfield Park. There goes the siren. The ball's up and away we go. It's Borton and Chris Jackson. Away we go. Borton gets a left-hander that one. Ball comes down. Baker's in there. James Webster, as he always does, gets clean position. Sean goes with his non-dominant right. Can't quite get it promulgated forward. Gillingham, his number 69, gets that one out, but only as far as Terrigal Avoca. Oh, almost a mark taken there, Lucas. Yep. Now he's got a quick snap there. That's a goal. Wow, what a start, Terrigal Avoca. That's Braden Kingston has kicked that. Number 7, I think, Lucas. Yep. Wow. What a start. Lucas Holmes, what a start for Terrigal Avoca. It was definitely a quick start. Definitely a quick start, Dave. Just what they needed. BLK. BLK is the major sponsor of the Black Diamond AFL, as well as being the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. BLK, Beyond Limits known. Look, thank you, Lucas, for that. Sorry, I was just speaking to League Operations Gary Birkinshaw about something. So, away we go again. Jackson and Borton. Jackson gets that one down. Webster with a left-hand handball. Baker will get a clear position and then actually he's tackled straight away. Ball comes out. Now, that's Sam O'Brien. I'll tell you a story about him in a little while later on, ladies and gentlemen. It's an amazing story. Connor Haswell has been superb this year, gets the ball out. However, that ball's actually been intercepted by Brandon Thomas, and Brandon Thomas is on the scoreboard wing as the Panthers have an early lead. Now, Jack Crawford came in close there as he was called to play on. Darling goes up, and I think he's taken that. No, it's not Darling. It's Mitch Betson, who has been in terrific nick since his ACL. Rico Lucas, he's been terrific. Who's really given the focal point this year.
He has, Dave, for sure.
Just kicking from outside the arc. He'd give himself a chance here. Let's have a look. Helicopter with an ordinary kick. Ball comes down. Just now, that was Austin Clark who got that little short kick out, cleaned up by the Newcastle City backline here. That comes out to Kai Haswell. He's got excellent hands. Now he's got Enright down the wing if he wants him, and he's also got Gillingham asking for the football. He's going to go over now. It's got to be a contest made here, and it is. However, Jay Lewis, who is a very, very good pair of hands. Now, he's gone short to Angus Darling. Gus won't like that, but as is usual with the classy Darling gets a decent pair of hands to it. Chris Bishop with a short kick that is cut off by Newcastle City. That was Josh Willer. Now, Enright's on here. He's gone straight to the wing with a superb left foot kick. Finds Enright, who goes again, looking for... I think that might be Kevin McDonald. It is. McDonald's got the football, can't quite get it out. McKellar's got that football, goes with a scrubby kick down the flank. Nearly nutmegs himself, does Baker, but he's good enough to get away with it. Aaron Seen with his preferred left foot, superbly smothered, and Jay Lewis is telling him all about it, LJ.
Yeah.
They're up and about early, Terrigal.
Great start. City obviously looking for Kevin McDonald. Why wouldn't you? He kicked 7 goals last week, Dave.
Yes, mate, exactly. 7. Real focal point for him. Jackson with a left hand and Boller's up with a right hand to get clear win that contest. Baker goes straight through and he's beautifully tackled. Lewis is right in and under at the moment. I was just advised by our league operations manager, Sam O'Brien's his first game back, Lucas, from a very badly broken arm. They thought he might never play again, so it's a miracle that he's actually playing. So well done to Sam. Let's hope he has a good day at the office. He got a clearance early. Ball comes out. Baker, as he always does. Now, this is dangerous, actually. They got a hand to Crawford and just put him off. Or they should have actually gone a touch hard on that, got the football. Gillingham has not kicked a goal. I thought he'd snapped one there, Lucas, but he's just kicked a point. So it's Newcastle City, 1 behind, trailing Terrigal Avoca, 1 straight 6 with 3.5 minutes in the first quarter. LJ?
Very fast start, out of breath, Dave.
Yes, actually I am. It's really been right on at the start.
It has been, of course, 2 of the league's best teams. It's always going to be a great game. He did number 1 sports ground.
Couldn't agree more. Interesting. What a superb kick out. Straight down the spine, but finds his man. Now, Borton's on if he can get there. No, he's going to come to Darling, I suspect. Gets a right hand to it, but Jackson's there to do the clean-up work as he's done so much this year. Harder beats a tackle. Out it comes to Harrison Keast. He goes with a long right foot kick, and that has found his man superbly. Now, he's going to turn around here. That's Gillingham again. He's one of the league's prime movers at ground level. Ball comes out. Baker will do something with it. Let's see what he does. Finds Crawford. No, can't quite get him. Crawford's on the handball. Now he's got Crawford. Crawford can't quite get a decent left foot kick, and it's cleaned up there by McKellar, I believe. Comes out here to the flank. Needs to take that mark and stop probably. He has, and he's done a very good job because Mitchell Knight had him corralled there in that forward pocket. Sorry, Lucas, go.
Sorry, umpire was just calling him to play on, so he must have gone round, Dave.
Thank you, Lucas. Borton's comes down the combox flank. Up they go. Betson can't quite get hands with it. He's worried out of that one. Big tackle put on by Connor Haswell. But Bishop's graving here, as he usually does very well. Puts a left foot kick on, and that is Braden Kingston again, I believe, who's got the football right outside the arc. Goes to goal where there's no one there. That is a superb kick. That is brilliant, brilliant play. Braden Kingston. I think that might be Sam O'Brien. I'll just wait for his number there. And I'll just come back and get his number, Lucas, so we can get the correct scorer, mate. But I can. Yep. That was just brilliant football. Oh, what a superbly placed kick.
Number 1 is Matthew Shortall, Dave.
Shortall, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I couldn't quite see the number. So superb goal of Shortall off a pinpoint kick from Braden Kingston. From a pinpoint, Kingston's been up and about early.
He has
2 goals straight to Terrigal and 1 point to Newcastle City. Up and away, Lucas. It's on.
It's a start they needed, Dave, for sure.
I would think that they had a very tough time in the track last week. They were ordinary.
I better say Chris Bishop would have been very into him, I think, Dave.
Oh, I think so. Big win last week. A big loss for them. Massive. Jackson and Borton. Jackson uses his body beautifully. Taps that one down in the direction of Mitchell Knight. Gillingham gets a football out. Aaron Seen's on his left, but he had it spent before he'd spent it before he had it. Webster gets the right foot down. Goes goes through traffic like you wouldn't believe. Now push out there. He actually got that was called legal. Baker will do something useful with this as he does. He clears out a right-hand handball out to that flank there. That's Stephen Batten, I believe. The ball smothered beautifully, actually. Darling's in and around this one, but can't quite get the football. Ball comes down to, it's actually in dispute. That's on the ground. Baker's coming straight through. He's got a low centre of gravity and keep himself low. Has to hit a man here. It's a difficult situation, and he hasn't actually. Now, it's Shepherd's put on for Haswell. He'll turn onto his right. He's got to come down. Enright's on this flank. Haswell's actually beaten a couple of tackles already, Lucas. That was dangerous in the area of Bishop. Big contest here. Wheeler comes crashing through the pack. Ball comes out to Jackson Crawford. Ball comes out here to Enright's got to make a contest against Lewis, and he does. So Enright's on here, and he's actually on his natural left. One of the Newcastle players is looking up to make a Shepherd. Isn't needed, but made a great effort. Ball comes out to one of the Keith brothers in Cameron. Can't quite get the football. Scene's going to get pushed off that by Alexander White. Oh, crash bang in there. Scene's on his left. Great tackle, Borton. Should have been paid. Gillingham to finish the business. And he's missed again. Second behind at Pat Gillingham, and Newcastle are that score. 2 behinds. Terrigal Avoca, 2 goals straight. Just over 7 minutes gone first quarter. Lucas Holmes.
Look very dangerous on the counter there, Newcastle City for sure.
They did. Very dangerous, mate. Agreed. Goes straight down the spine again. Betson's on his own and unattended, which is not wise. That's 2 straight kickouts from Terrigal, straight down the guts, Louis, as the weather starts to close in here at Newcastle number 1 sports ground. James Webster's on the scoreboard flank, looking around for his options. Decides to go along in the direction of Betson, but intercepting mark there is taken. Beautiful mark taken by, is that Haswell? I think that could be Haswell, actually, with the luridescent, it is, with those luridescent yellow limey type boots that I would never have been able to wear in a lifetime, Lucas Hayes. Intercepted by Terrigal Avoca on the half-back flank, Combox side. Terrigal Avoca up by 10 points early on here. Early doors here at Newcastle number 1. Angus Darling's got the football at centre at half-back flank. The dual Elliott Davey medalist goes short. And pinpoints a kick to Braden Kingston, who really looks, it looks like he's done some fitness work and he's looking up and about early on, is Kingston, which is great to see for a Terrigal Avoca. Short pass comes down there and he's beautifully taken, although there's an injury.
27.
Betson's done a shoulder. I reckon he's fallen on the point of his shoulder there, Lucas.
Yep.
He's just immediately grabbed his right shoulder. Let's hope it's not too bad. He's up. I reckon in taking this mark, Lucas, he's just come down on the point.
Yeah. Could it have to?
And I'm not sure he's in a good way.
Yeah.
James Webster, as a smart follower does, has come in, and James Webster will take the kick after a Mitch Betson mark. Let's hope for his sake that he comes back to the game.
Yeah.
Just goes over Mitchell Knight's head. And the mark's taken there, just outside the arc. Ball comes in, crash bang. What Bishop's up there now? No, it's not actually Bishop. That was Jackson Farquhar.
Was.
And the ball is now in the deep forward pocket. Now, Betson's coming off. He is not in a good way. Just keep an eye on him. He's holding that shoulder. I don't think we'll see him again. Lucas, I wouldn't be surprised if he's done limit damage or dislocated something there. He's not in a good way, which is not good news. That's a big moment in the season. Darling just gets a tap down, but it doesn't go anywhere in particular special. I think that's Lewis and Haswell in there for the ruck, for the at the bottom of that ball contest. Umpire comes in and says, give it to me. Just inside the arc, as Betson comes off in front of us, and that shoulder does not look well. Let's hope that it's not too serious. Jackson, as he's done all season, gets a terrific tap down. Mitchell Knight does get a left foot kick that goes about 10 or 15 metres on the ground. Lewis is in there, as is O'Brien, as is Jackson comes crashing through. That's almost a push in the back to John Lewis, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Not paid.
Oh.
The umpire's actually called ball up. We're almost 10 minutes into the first quarter here at Newcastle number 1.
What's he given a free kick to Terrigal Avoca, Dave?
Has he pulled a kick out of that?
He has.
I wonder if that's for a push in the back. I really wonder. Anyway, we'll see what goes on here. He's just outside. Well, I thought in this weather he's too far out. Mitchell Crawford is waiting to pounce on a play-on call here, but he's actually given him the time. He did call play-on, and Jackson couldn't get... Mitchell Crawford couldn't get to him. Up they go. Couldn't grab it. Haswell's roving right at the back of the pack. Low right foot kick, superbly cut off there by... Sam, it's not Sam Borton. I reckon that might be Sam O'Brien. I just can't quite tell the number there. That's fine.
Umpire Nick Hickson on the far boundary, Dave.
Had a busy day at the office last week, didn't he?
Sure did, Dave.
Jackson and Borton. Sam O'Brien's there roving. Doesn't go to him. Baker's at the back where a good centreman was always. He could be in trouble there because he's trying to beat a man. Kingston with a kick out. Has he kicked another? Now, I'm not sure if that's a behind yet. Just waiting for a conference here between the umpires, Lucas, as to see whether this is out of bounds or a behind. Not quite sure. Out of bounds in the four after a conference. So this will be Luke Rawnsley in the deep back pocket. Again, umpires going through their techniques properly there, LJ.
Yeah.
It's very dim here, but I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's raining yet. If it is, it's very fine. The players are certainly... it is raining. I can't quite tell, John. So... Terrific kick out by Ronzi. Pushing the back, actually, by Cameron Keast. Not paid by the umpire, who was side on. Ball comes out with a nicky little handball. Ball kick forward here. Gillingham's at the back here. Should have been in front as a forward, but wasn't. Ball crashes out. Gillingham butters up again. Beautiful tackle put on there. But he couldn't. Stephen Batten's at the bottom. Ball comes out from Terrigal Avoca, goes down the flank in the direction of Austin Clark. Ball comes out. He's intercepted. I bet you that's Haswell. No, it's actually Harder-Kynan. I've just lost that bet. Okay, so 48 is Mark Wheeler, who goes long to this Combox flank, crosses the field. Was held, actually. I agree with the crowd there. Continues on. Oh, he's got a paddock here, Kingston. He could almost kick this. He's looking for his player.
Shortall.
Superb play. No, not paid. It wasn't Kingston. It was Shortall. I'm going to get those two right there, LJ. That's a push out, not paid. Now, White's in front here. From the side comes... Jackson Crawford can't quite get it. It's a hot foot at the moment, LJ.
It is.
Ball comes out. Jackson runs through, doesn't get the football. Makes enough of a doubt that the ball comes out to Newcastle City. Dropped when he might have advised the motto take that. Was a Terrigal Avoca backman there in Formby. Formby butters up, does the right thing. Right foot kick down the flank. Finds his man. Looks for his coach now. That's 50 for encroaching on the mark. Is that right, LJ?
Was it encroaching or was it in the protected area, Dave?
I think it's certainly within the 5 metres, LJ.
5 metres, yep. We've seen a fair few of those.
So we have umpires given that a fair 50 metres. He's still going. So he's ended up, 25 metres out?
30, yeah.
Okay, so this really, from a Black Diamond Cup level footballer, should be reasonably easy kick at goal. This is going to be a great start for Terrigal. Let's have a look. And he's hit it, absolutely flushed it, has O'Brien. That's a great goal for him in his comeback to football. So O'Brien kicks a goal, and Terrigal Avoca up by 16 points. Lucas Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club, located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie. Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Terrigal Avoca up and about here at Newcastle number 1, leading by 16 points. Just gone 13 and a half minutes in the first quarter here in the first versus second place clash. The standalone clash, Lucas Holmes. We're back here next week. Bar TV's back here for a ripping game between Warners Bay and Cardiff. Cannot wait.
As Warners Bay coach Marty Ryman just standing next to us, Dave.
I'll have a chat with Marty if we get a chance. That'll be great. Get him over here. Out comes the ball. Jackson's been terrific in the ruck so far during this match, but out it comes. Now Bishop's away. He'll do something useful with it. Gets the ball back in a 1-2. Now there's some players, some quality. Bishop to Webster. Goodness me. Very courageous back in the Mac, as Lockie Henderson did last night for the Geelong poleaxe, LJ. Baker will do the clean-up work, as he so often does. Another handball comes out. Now that ball is gone to... I think that was Mark Wheeler, who's gone long again and finds Cam Keast half forward flank in front of the light tower as the rain begins to come in, unfortunately. However, we'll just have to wait and see and play a good game of football. Let's hope. It does very well and get out of that mark. Looks for Kevin McDonald and finds him. 7 goals last week, LJ.
He sure did. He played very well, Kevin McDonald, as he has for most of the season, Dave.
Yes, Warners Bay coach Marty Ryman's an interested observer here this afternoon. We'll have a chat with Marty at some stage later. Good to see you, Marty. Kevin McDonald, LJ's about 40 metres out. Not much angle to speak of, and he's usually a kicker that kicks us reasonably low and reasonably flat. Let's have a see how McDonald handles this one. Doesn't go high. Has he brought that back enough? No. Misses to the right. Behind to Kevin McDonald. Newcastle City still haven't kicked a major. Newcastle City down by 15 points at Terrigal Avoca. 15 minutes gone in the first quarter here at Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground. Are they going to go central again? They don't. This time they go to the flank. 2-1. Darling, as he would have done so many times in his wonderful career for the Panthers, takes the mark. Number 7 is Braden Kingston, who looks like he's in excellent touch today. Call his name quite regularly.
Let's say he's been good early.
Yes, he has. But however, he's picked Chris Jackson out. Jackson gets a very hard contest, and he's gone down. Whether or not Jackson's in a good way, I don't know. He's certainly got hit from the side. He's going to get up, the big ruckman. Yeah, he's okay. It'll be sore tonight. Darling into this ruck with Jackson. Jackson almost got shepherded out that one, but not paid. Okay, away we go. One of the Keith brothers is in there. Ball gets scrubbed out with a right foot kick that's actually effective off the ground. I think that might be Shortle. Yes, that's Shortle out there with Rawnsley right on his hammer. Ball comes out, left-hand handball. Drop what him otherwise might have taken, Mitchell Knight, but the ball comes out. Crash ball. Cam Keith gets a lovely little handball out, not taken. Ball comes further out. Number 4 is Anthony Stewart's in there for Newcastle City. Tough football at the moment, LJ, I'll tell you.
It is.
Gillingham gets a ball that goes almost completely nutmegs him. Newcastle City come crashing out. Baker's at this football on his non-dominant. Avoids the head contact, which was wise. Bishop's down looking at the umpires, doesn't get the ball. In comes the central umpire where 16 and a half minutes gone. Newcastle City trailing Terrigal Avoca 15 points. Lucas Holmes.
Looks like the rain's taking a bit of effect already. It's already seemed a bit of a scrum already, Dave.
Yes, mate. Jackson's gone up early, and as a result, Darling stays down. Bishop tries to get a right foot kick out. Ball's in dispute here. A lot of plays around this ball. I'm sure that it'll get called up. Everybody's trying to get up. But Brian puts his head down. Could have been paid for a free kick. Bishop eventually gets a right foot kick out that comes out. Just off the cricket block here. Combox side or grandstand side of number 1. O'Brien, and they're all standing, trying to stay on their feet, Lucas.
Yeah.
It's good Black Diamond Cup football as well. Now, Keith's got an absolute paddock here. It's Mark Wheeler. He's got a good enough boot. He's gone long to the hot spot. Mark not quite taken there. Now Mitchell Crawford's following the ball. Ball out of bounds.
Throw it in.
Deep in that side screen pocket there, Lucas. So Newcastle City need to get a ball off the stoppage and fashion a goal.
They haven't had many stoppages in the forward 50 in Newcastle City yet, have they, Dave?
Almost none. Umpire Nick Sixon with a throw-in. Keith with Cam Keith, that is, with a good double-handed tap out. Good tackle, Crawford. Webster puts another crackle on. Ball very heavily in dispute here. Everyone's going to keep their brain. That's Crawford who comes out of that. Does get a kick to it, so he's not pinged against him. That ball's gone into the post, I suggest it has.
It has.
Out of bounds, 7:50 into the first quarter. Terrigal up by 15 points here at number 1 Sports Ground as the crowd starts to build around. There's actually quite a few people here today, Lucas.
Yeah, there is.
Interested onlookers. Ball comes out. Now, Scene's on his non-dominant. Can he screw that around? It's all in that Jimmy Bartell sweeping position, all Terrigal Avoca. Ball comes out to a 1-on-2. O'Brien can't get the football a second attempt. Butters up for the third. Harder-Kynan puts a tackle on. Ball gets tapped out. Lovely work there by Ozzie Clark. Gets that football out. Big Rawnsley's got to go straight through here and absolutely does what's required. Mitchell Knight bumps off one into another. Should be gone.
Yeah.
Is. Excellent tackle and it's on. There's a wrestle on here. That's not a surprise. Umpires had a cool head and kept a cool head.
Yeah.
Lovely to see a bit of argy-bargy. You can see how passionate the players are.
Just trying to take a few too many on there, Dave.
Yep.
He has to dispose of the football.
Corey Billings is no surprise that's Billings. Jackson at the back tries to take a mark and can't. Ball comes out to Harrison Keys, gets that ball out now to Jackson Crawford. Crawford does go long right down the spine here at number 1. You can tell he's played here before. Gillingham, who's actually out and about in the forward line, he's been the best forward on the paddock. Enright probably has come off the bench, can settle and kick a goal. Must kick the goal from there. And misses. He had a paddock.
He had
a paddock, Lucas.
The good old off the interchange bench trick, I think that's
Indeed. 4 behinds to Newcastle City as James Newburn's here. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? Terrigal Avoca, 3 goals straight 18. We're 19 and a half minutes into the first quarter of what looking like being a pulsating fixture here at number 1. Out to the Angus Darling pocket. Darling should have got dragged out of that one, I thought, Lucas, but wasn't paid. Ball in dispute. Gillingham standing up, keeping his feet. It's noticeable how much players are trying to keep their feet, Lucas, and stay in play. They realise how they're going to get punished. Excellent play there. Gets that football out. That might have been Chris. It wasn't Jackson. It was Dwyer, perhaps. Ball comes out there. Oh, good tackle, mate. It's in half, in full forward. The ball actually has come out, I think. Look at the way the umpire's calling play on it, and it comes out. Matthew on it with the football. The umpire says, give it to me. We're just on 20 minutes into the first quarter. Keith's up for this one. Can't quite tell who his opponent's going to be. It is actually, there's third man in is Borton. Now, ball comes out here. McDonald misses. That's 5 behinds to Newcastle City. So Newcastle City are 5 behinds. Terrigal Avoca 3 straight. 20 and a half minutes in the first quarter. Terrigal Avoca again go almost central. And Mark's actually taken one-handed there at centre-half back. Slips over. You're right, Lucas. The wet weather is starting to take effect. And these bare patches will become very slippery, I would imagine, as the game goes on if the rain holds. Good contest there. Ball punched down. Rove is needed. Comes straight through the pack. That's Angus Darling again with good hands. Tries to go through the pack again. Knight's on the side. Jackson, he does so often, roves the ball. McDonald's kept that ball beautifully in front of himself. Can he turn and get some purchase? Could get tackled here. No, the ball's up. Oh, that's a push in the back. That I reckon that's a push in the back that hasn't been paid in the shepherding contest. The Terrigal just waiting, Lucas.
Yep.
Waiting for the umpires here. Goal has been kicked. That is Kevin McDonald's first goal.
It is.
Off an interesting shepherd by Mitchell Crawford. So, Newcastle City 1-5-11, Terrigal Avoca 3 straight. We're 21 minutes into the first quarter. Thank you, Lucas. Goal kickers Kevin McDonald 1, and then 1 each to Matthew Shortall, Braden Kingston, and Sam O'Brien for Terrigal Avoca, and what's looking like being a cracking game of football in what should be a dress rehearsal for the second semi-final in 3 or 4 weeks' time. Central umpire has the ball. We're 21 and a half minutes into the first quarter, as there's a nice big crowd next to us with Warners Bay. The Warners Bay Football Club have got a few spies here having a good look at this game. Good to see. Jackson and Darling. Jackson clearly wins a tap out, but straight to Bishop, then to Webster. Gee, there's some class. Bishop to Webster. Ball up in dispute. Should be tapped out. Players have got to keep their feet in this sort of situation. Borton's done very well to get 2 taps that football. Now that's number 21. Oh, that's a banana. And not picked up yet. Now this should turn around and kick this goal. And he does. Off an error, Jackson Farquhar has kicked a goal for Terrigal Avoca. And they push out to a further lead here. Terrigal Avoca now 24, that should be.
Yeah.
4 goals straight, 24. Newcastle City 1-5-11. And we are 22 minutes into the first quarter. Having a couple of issues with live scoring. We'll come back to you when we can. So the actual score is 24-11. We may do some corrections of that at quarter time, Lucas. We'll be right.
Yeah.
Central umpire's about to throw the ball up. Jackson and Darling. Jackson with a clear right-hand tap out, but Bishop's reading him beautifully. Mitchell Knight throws his weight in. Can't quite get the football out. Gillingham's there. Gillingham's been very good this first quarter, LJ. Knight gets a little scrubby kick out. Butters up for more. Out the ball comes to Newcastle City there on that very, very far flank. Mac O'Malley has the football out there, and the ball's gone out of bounds. Half-forward flank.
Game has predominantly been played on that far side, hasn't it, Dave? Not much here on the Combox side at all.
Certainly has. Get out of the screen and come back. Okay.
Yep.
Up goes the contest there. Darling again's done actually quite well against Jackson, especially around the ground. Jackson's probably had the taps. Keys comes through, throws it. Whacker Shepherd on is successful. Hartikainen's on the run here, and he's through. Needs to finish. Jake Hartikainen, take a bow. There's an early candidate for Dus Hornhouse. Excellent goal, Jake Hartikainen on the run from about 20 metres out with a check side kick. So, scores now. Newcastle City are 2-5-17. Terrigal Avoca 4 straight 24. And we are approximately 24 minutes into the first quarter. Terrific goal, Lucas Holmes.
Was very, Dave. Yep.
Again, we're trying to sort out some live scoring issues here on the iPad. Trying to do the best we can for you, and we'll try and update that at quarter time. Okay, we've got the top score piece going. We'll come and get some goals coming for you. Lucas will work on that to get to 24-17, Lucas, if you can, with your goals. Okay, central umpire, so Harrison Crook's got the football, and he's that distinctive gate. This is Darling and Jackson, not for the first time today. Up they go. Jackson uses his body beautifully read by James Webster, sitting where the centre should be at the back of the pack. O'Brien tries to pull the ball down and can't do so in front of Batten. Batten contest there with Jay Lewis. Umpire lets it go wisely. Aaron Seen comes out, non-dominant side. Angus Darling eventually gets a good kick out going forward. Not taken there. Ball and in dispute here. Following is Rawnsley. Following is Jared Warren's in there as well. However, the ball comes out, and that's Jake Hartikainen with a dinky little kick to Connor Haswell at half-back flank. Looking for Jackson, finds him with a pinpoint kick. Jackson's just next to the centre circle. Shocking right foot kick, ends up in the right place though. Ball comes forward from Seen. Seen's excellent kick goes forward. He went too early there. Newcastle City have got a lot of foot at this ball, but however, it comes out from Terrigal Avoca. Brian's on the run here. Now he's looking for someone. There is no one down the flank other than going there. That's the only option he had. Wheeler goes up. That's of the Josh variety. Ball comes out. And there is quarter time, Lucas Holmes. It has been a cracking first quarter here at Newcastle and One Sports Ground. Newcastle City 2-5-17, Terrigal Avoca 4 straight. For Terrigal Avoca, Matthew Shortall, Braden Kingston, Sam O'Brien and Jackson Farquhar have goals. For City, Jake Hartikainen with that last-minute goal and Kevin McDonald have their goals. Lucas Holmes, before we go to a break.
Very good start for Terrigal Avoca. City just came back in towards the last part of that quarter there, Dave.
Indeed. Pulsating fixture. Terrigal Avoca all over him early. City have just come back. Probably should have kicked a bit straighter.
Yeah.
We'll come back to you shortly after some important messages with Terrigal Avoca up by 7 points here at Number One Sports Ground. Go.
Excellent both of you. We just have to make sure that when we're not talking in handbrakes, keep the microphones away from you because they're always on. We're doing this to everyone. So.
Hello, mate. How are you? How are you, mate? Back in your sweat, very big game. Yes. Potions 300. Clubs in different grounds. How many games are here just playing? How many games have you got? Not for one boat.
We've got women's, second div and first div across the year.
Where you'll be playing, so you can hear. Will you get in there first? The thing is, they didn't take any advantage at all, other than did Nelson make both the top two sides? I think the fourth set. Personally, the problem is with the centre. Do you have Kalani?
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7 coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7 coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Probably.
Whenever you're ready, John. Welcome back after a fascinating first quarter here at Number One Sports Ground, Lucas Holmes.
Yes.
In which Terrigal Avoca jumped Newcastle City, and City steadied just a little bit.
They are.
To get their hands on the footy. And Terrigal Avoca up by 7 points.
That's what they needed.
Thoughts, mate?
That's what they needed. I think it's the team that's going to be quickest to adapt to this weather, Dave. I think is who's going to come out on top in this quarter and in the long term win the game.
Indeed. It's very, very fine mist, people from everyone listening in who's from the north of England will be very familiar with this sort of weather. There's not much water around. There's just enough to make things greasy.
Yeah.
Harrison Cook's got the football in the centre. Just about ready to go. Borton and Chris Jackson ready to rock and roll as we go into the second quarter of this first versus second place game. Being brought to you by Bar TV, the best in the business. Great to be here with Lucas Holmes, our production manager John, our camera staff, and everybody here from the best in the business, Bar TV, ladies and gentlemen. They really do provide great pictures. Up goes the hand, there goes the siren, we are into it. Borton and Jackson, O'Brien on the wing, along with Mac O'Malley, right in your screen. Jackson goes up, in fact Borton gets a lovely left hand down and clearly wins that one. Ball comes out. Betson hasn't resurfaced, I notice, LJ. That's Doug Clark with the football out. We might go and do a bit of homework at halftime and see how Betson actually is, I think, mate.
Yep.
Harder with the football coming down the box flank. Ball real right out now. O'Brien's being chased very heavily by Julian, puts on a good head tackle. Aaron Seen's on his natural foot. Article about Aaron Seen coming on the BDAFL website this week. Lovely bloke to talk to. Really interesting character. Ball comes out, and that should be over the shoulder or a mark to Anthony Baker. I think that is at the bottom of that ball. Yep, that's Baker. Takes the ball in front of Bishop. Those two. Now, hang on. I heard a whistle, but nothing was paid. Crawford gets that ball down. It's being held. Has done very well to get a little dinky left foot kick out that goes right deep in the pocket. Webb's just trying to get that ball out. The ball eventually goes out into the forward pocket there in front of the side screen, the stanchions of the side screen. Umpire Nick Hickson, who was extraordinarily busy at Adelaide Street last week. Wasn't he, LJ?
He was, Dave.
No. Ball comes out. Sorry, just having a couple of microphone issues, and I'll get back to you very shortly. Just going to do a switch over of microphones now. Out it comes from Bishop. There we go. Nice and smooth, just like Queen used to when Brian May and Roger Taylor were doing switchovers. Ball gets caught up. Ball comes out. That is Batten, I think it was. Stephen Batten gets that ball out. Now, Braden Kingston, who's looking up and about today, is really good.
Oh.
But not tackled, LJ.
Yeah.
He was just bumped. That's why there was no free kick. Ball comes out on that far flank. Right in. Now, someone's been
holding.
Or holding the man, paid to Aussie Clark by Harrison Cook. Just out there in the corner of the square. Scoreboard, so you can see the scoreboard in the background in front of a lot of cars, in front of a very good crowd here at number one. Darling goes up 1-on-2, at least gets the ball to ground. Ball beautifully roved, however, it comes back into the half-back flank. Ball comes out. Sorry, just having a couple of camera issues here on the left-hand side. Stephen, is there any chance you could get to the play, mate? That'd be ideal. Thank you, pal. Most appreciated. Thank you. Ball comes out, goes straight down the forward line. Clark's got the sit. Not quite good enough to get the mark. Now he's got to get on his right. He's gone check side. Oh, that's absolutely superb. Oh, Doug Clark has picked that ball up and on one step gone check side. There's a candidate for
Dustin House, yeah.
Harder-Kynan and Clark. So that's Doug Clark kicking his first with a brilliant bit of work. Instinctive, actually. Scores. Terrigal Avoca 5 straight. Newcastle City 2-5. LJ, there's an injured Newcastle City player out that they're asking for help with right down there in the back flank. I can't quite tell them. It could be. That could be Harder-Kynan. I'm not sure. Whoever that is, he cannot put pressure. I think that is Jake Harder-Kynan.
I'll keep an eye on that, Dave.
You keep an eye on that. He can't put pressure on that left foot at all. I'd reckon he's rolled an ankle there, LJ.
Yep.
So two mass, that's
Harder-Kynan.
being held off. And as you can see in your footage right now, ladies and gentlemen, he cannot put any pressure on that left ankle. So I reckon he's gone. And Betson's gone for Terrigal Avoca. So both sides down to 21. Up the ball goes. Borton gets a left-hand tap down. Clearly in the ruck there. He's had a very good start to the second quarter. Rawnsley goes to ground when he otherwise shouldn't have, but it comes back in and makes another very good contest. Umpire will ball this up short. No, it comes out. Being very patient. Batten gets that ball out somehow. Correction. Haswell gets that ball out, and so does Baker. Now, what's the umpire paid, LJ?
I'm just keeping an eye on Jake Harder-Kynan, sorry.
A player must have been held out of that, I think, is the reason the free kick's been given.
Yeah.
Didn't quite catch it myself, but however. So this is Corey Billins, who's always in and under, always niggling. I like Corey Billins. He did a great job for Black Diamond in our excellent win over the Farah Football League at Robertson Oval at Wagga in early May. Billins from approximately 40 to 45 metres out. As the light gets dark, I'm sure we'll have the floodlights on here soon at Newcastle number one. He gets a fair bit of that. The ball sliced up the side slightly. Darling is pushed out of that by Josh Wheeler.
It's gone through.
Attempting to mark. Behind there, that's Terrigal Avoca's first behind. Terrigal Avoca 5 goals 1. Newcastle City 2 goals 5. Ball goes out in the bank flank. We're 4 minutes 10 into the first quarter. Baker, who's knocked up getting kicks, comes this side, And he's looking for and finds Liam Dwyer. Superb kick from Baker.
He's on here just off the interchange.
The old interchange trick should come now. He's got to see him, and he has. And he'll get him. Kingston won't get that. That should be a free kick against him for interference. But he's done the job. Ball's still in. Or if that's Shortle again. It is Shortle. I'm having issues with Shortle and Kingston.
It's all right.
1 and 7.
Yep, that's fine.
Nick Hickson calls out of bounds in front of the timekeeper's box here at number 1. Over here in the area that Josh Chappell made himself favours in the T20 cricket this year, LJ.
Yeah.
Hit 3 or 4 sixes and went over in that exact spot. Jackson with the right hand tap down. Very effective. Mitchell Crawford gets that football out with a rush kick. Goes down to Keys, who can't quite get the football. Leading the play there is Trifford. And other players wanted that slightly more than him. Ball goes down again at that level. Oh, gee, that's good pickup in this weather. But he's gone, I reckon. Big tackle ended up being made. Harrison Cook, the non-calling umpires, come out. Temper's getting a bit frayed, has called that as being holding the man, so that tackle was a little bit too enthusiastic. Jay Lewis is gone. Jay Lewis is on his way, looking for and finding beautifully Jared Warren. No, they were calling for encroachment. LJ not paid. Wheeler and Darling. Wheeler gets the ball down with an excellent punch. Ball out to Clark again. Can he produce some more magic in the forward line? He's back on his natural right foot. He surely couldn't. Oh, my goodness me. Has he done that?
What?
Oh, wow. Oh, Das Hund House, come on down. Doug Clark with 2 absolutely brilliant pieces of individual play has thrust Terrigal Avoca 20 points in front of Newcastle City. 6 minutes in. LJ, we'll talk about that in a minute.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering them with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also a proud sponsor for the BDAFL women's competition.
Lucas Holmes, that was special.
As a ripper, he's had 2 of them in quick succession, Doug Clark.
Talk across you.
Sorry,
Gary,
that's fine.
Well. 5 minutes apart, 2 magnificent goals from Doug Clark have thrust Terrigal Avoca into a very good position. Newcastle City have got a counter. That's not the way to do it. Jackson shanks one sideways, leaving the ball in Lachlan White's hands. White turns around and gets on his right. Has a lot of time looking for Darling. Can't quite get there, the blokes. Darling handball out. Now he's on here. If he can finish and be composed? He has! Woohoo! Superb play. Oh, that should be another kick. I think that's Chris Bishop, but he's knocked him down after. Just wait here.
Yep.
I reckon there's a chance of being a second kick.
So
not paid. This is the goal kicker. It
Yep.
wasn't Bishop. I do apologise. We'll get his number in a second, LJ.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you saw that, but someone came in and absolutely poleaxed the goal kicker well after his kick. So he's been taken off. We'll get his number right now.
24?
It is. So that kicker was Jackson Farquhar. That's his second goal, LJ.
Yep.
Leaving Terrigal Avoca well in front. 26 points up. 7 goals, 143. Superb shooting. Newcastle City, 2 goals, 5. Ball back to the centre when I thought a second kick may very well have been paid. Borton and Jackson. City have to answer now. Jackson with the right hand tap down. Gillingham tries to run straight through the pack. Should be gone. And is. Well, very good tackle. Whoever that is on the bottom of the pack will get that kick. Wouldn't be surprised if it's Jay Lewis again. It is. Lewis, who's been terrific today in and under. Little short kick to Borton, who goes immediately with their hands to his coach, Bishop. Bishop with an excellent left foot kick. Wheeler comes back and chops out that player, number 12, which is Billings, who's on his on-dat and deferred anyway. City are rattled at the moment, LJ.
They are.
Absolutely rattled.
You could see that from that ill-disciplined act after the kick. There definitely is a bit of feeling in this, Dave.
This is the time of the season when there's going to be a lot of feeling. And next week, same again. Warners Bay and Carter.
Sure will be, Dave.
Lost.
Not
There's
at all.
No love lost between these two either, I'll tell you. I love it. It's great to witness. Baker with a quick right foot kick that comes out and eventually goes 60 or 65 metres. Gillingham trying to get that ball to ground, but he can't. He's beaten there by Formby. Ball comes out again. Now he's away. Crawford should put the speed on, or he unselfishly goes with a sweeping handball, which is a superb kick. What a great right foot pass to Kevin McDonald. Full forwards love that sort of service, LJ.
Yeah.
I think McDonald is too far out. Judged on his kick before. Should be a ruckman there at the point post, and there is. Big men are up there. Keist's up there. McDonald needs to kick this one, though. Side really need a lift. Ball will fall short or go to the left. It's gone to the left. Behind to Kevin McDonald. Newcastle City, errant shooting. 2 goals, 6-18. Being beaten by Terrigal Avoca by 25 points. That's right. That is not a lie on your screen. 9 minutes into this quarter. Terrigal Avoca 7-1. Call to play on. Goes wide this time, or wider, looking for O'Brien.
Oh.
Chipping in with a lovely pair of hands. I think that was Mac O'Malley. It's either O'Malley or Crawford. Very short right foot kick comes in. Mark taken here. Now, he's got this kick inside the arc, LJ.
Yeah.
This could be Mac O'Malley, actually.
Yeah. I think
just waiting. Can't see the number quite yet, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that may have been Crawford with the 50 entry, actually.
Yeah, I think it was
yep.
Crawford with the entry, yeah. Okay. So he's going to take this kick inside the arc, I reckon, or right on it. Needs to kick the goal.
Missed.
Hits the side screen and misses. Newcastle City 2-7-19. More scoring shots than Terrigal Avoca 7-1. Lucas, I'll say it now, 10 minutes in the second quarter. That shooting is going to cost them.
I was about to say, I was actually just about to bring up the same thing. They've been very good in front of goal, Terrigal.
Very clinical. Bishop misses his man out there on the back flank. Ball in dispute. Right deep into the forward flank. Keys comes out with an interesting fend. Ball comes out, ball smothered off the boot brilliantly. Lovely little pair of hands there. Now he's away. That was Clark. Darling's going to look for a rover off him, and he finds one in Brandon Thomas. Thomas goes down that very far flank in the Mark Littlewood area where he pogos lots of chooks for Belmont and for Newcastle, right down their square. That's where he loves to go. Boundary umpire comes in as the rain is unfortunately setting in, I think, Luke.
Yep.
The fact that there's no wind at all, there's not anywhere the weather can go.
Yeah.
Darling uses his body well and gets an okay right-hand tap down. Jackson comes back. 18 is Mac O'Malley, gets the hands out. That's Enright with the left foot on his preferred side. Just gets the handball, only just. Webster's down at ground level. I haven't called his name for a while, and gets a 50-metre kick going down into the forward flank. Clark,
nice
who's having an absolute and goes. He's away. One-on-one contest here. Shortall's in. Well done by Rawnsley. Shortall butters up. Again, well done by Rawnsley. Again, Shortall butters up. He's off his feet now. Away he goes. Ball comes down. That could have been Conchuters and pushing the back. Baker's in there. So is Haswell. Could have got over the shoulder. Baker will come out this flank, I reckon, because he's got space. And they're away here, Newcastle City. He can, if he runs and carries, they can go a long way. Haswell's away here. Looks to put a precise kick in and doesn't get it. However, the ball goes to ground. The play didn't need to go to ground and did. Webster, as
Good
you can
shepherd.
imagine, left foot handball. Kick comes out. Superb delivery, just not perfect in this sort of weather. Needs to probably be a bit higher.
Let's say a bit more air in those kicks. They're trying to drill them, Dave. It's not necessary in the wet conditions we have here.
And now there'll be benefits for people playing in front as the conditions get heavier. And Rovers have got to be in front and square.
And staying on their feet as well.
Yeah, staying on their feet. You can see what happens when you don't stay on your feet. It's a perfect example. Right foot hurried kick comes out. 24 is Farquhar, and that was Batten with him. Ball comes out. Lovely little handball comes out to Batten. Keith's got to get rid of that ball. Sorry, Mitchell Knight to get rid of that ball. O'Brien coming back from a dreadful broken arm. Billings with the left foot down, straight into the centre half forward area. Lovely hands, Rawnsley gets it out. Enright's on his preferred side here, and we'll look for if he can get to Gillingham. Gillingham's got a paddock, and he should go quickly. Perhaps he doesn't realise if he'd have turned around, he was gone, and he had a paddock. Gillingham goes forward with a right foot spear and kick. Darling comes in. Contest made by Craig Triffett. Ball in dispute out there. Darling tries to get a kick out and is prevented from doing so. Butters up for more. Baker gets gives his left hand to that. O'Brien misses what he otherwise would have taken. Keese comes out with the football to his brother. That's Harrison Keese. That's McDonald's not got to sit here. Cruel by the bounce. Will McKellar at the back there. And it's a throw.
And he's, what? Is he?
I think the umpire's got his hand the wrong way.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Mitchell Crawford gets benefit there of a very good chase,
Yeah.
which is one of his strengths. And Lucas Holmes, to say he needs to kick this for Newcastle City is an understatement.
It is imperative, Dave. Should really kick this, though.
Must kick it. And he has. Mitchell Crawford does what he does so well, kicks an important goal for his club, Newcastle City. Newcastle City now 3-7-25. Terrigal Avoca 7-1-43. 13.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lucas J. Holmes.
Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of services to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson.
Thank you, Lucas. Well, Mitchell Crawford extends his lead in the league goal kicking. Of course, this is the only game in first grade this weekend. In the Black Diamond Cup, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise, not first grade, BDC. next week sees Nelson Bay hosting Killarney Vale in an important game for the Bay, and a mouth-watering fixture here, Warners Bay and Cardiff. You'll be hoping your doggies get up.
I will, Dave, for sure.
Cameron Keats gets touched up in that ruck contest. Ball comes out and he's smothered off the boot. Ball comes down. Darling gets the ball to ground as he's done it so effectively. And butters up. Well done, Darling, actually.
Great smother.
Aussie Clark comes out of the football now. That's Clark again. He's had a superb second quarter for his beloved Panthers. Ball's out now. Over the shoulder maybe. Mitchell Knight puts his head over the football he's done so many times. Aaron Seen with an effective left foot kick now. Crawford's got a couple of beat here and Nash has to put the speed on to get to the contest. Can't. The classy Webster gets the football in front of him. Shepherded out by Borton is Lewis. Lewis has got quite a bit of space to create, and that's dangerous. Gets a very good right foot kick down. Smothered out there. And that's Rawnsley with a left-hand handball coming out to this wing. That's Stephen Batten gets the football out, going down this flank now.
2-on-1 here, Dave.
Yes, thank you. It is very much so. What can you do? Tackle made, except he got that handball out. He's put enough pressure on now. Gillingham is going to look for McDonald. Crawford will try and get there. And it's great hands, Kevin McDonald in this weather. He's missed a couple. LJ needs to kick, go back and think.
Yeah. It's going to affect his kicking distance with the weather too, Dave. So it might just be touch and go here.
What a pluck in wet weather that was, Lucas. Really, that was terrific. McDonald needs to kick this. Really has to concentrate. He's got a fair bit of that. Kevin McDonald, very important goal. Just like that, Lucas Holmes.
Yeah.
Newcastle City back in the game.
They are.
2 goals down, 16 minutes into the second quarter, I beg your pardon. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll try and do a bit of homework at halftime and catch up with you as to how Jake Harder-Kynan and Mitch Betson are. Neither of them have come back on the field since their injuries. We'll get Lucas to go and have a bit of a check of that injury situation, if you don't mind, LJ.
Yeah, that's fine, Dave, of course.
16 minutes into the second quarter here in a terrific fixture. It's Newcastle City 4-7-31, Terrigal Avoca 7-1-43. Lucas, the game's ebbing and flowing, isn't it?
It is. City, with that last goal, they got the sniff they needed from Crawford, and now they're right back in the game, Dave.
Keith's beaten there, and Bishop is just having a picnic in the
He's
forwards.
in front, and
the roving. Now, that's a chance at a quick reply, and has kicked that. That is Corey Billings, I reckon.
Yep.
And if he goes and give him, no, it wasn't. Number 4, that was.
Yep.
Aussie Clark. Goal to Aussie Clark. Extremely quick reply for Terrigal Avoca, who continue on with their outstanding shooting. Terrigal Avoca, 8 goals, 149, leading Newcastle City 4-7-31 by 18 points, 3 straight goals. Lucas Holmes.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort is an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast. Nestled between the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean, Tuggerah Lakes, and surrounded by National Park, this resort has been designed to complement its spectacular location, Dave.
Thank you, Lucas. Very quick reply there from Terrigal Avoca. They're keeping that buffer. Keist in this ball up. Borton's had the wood on him so far while Jackson's having the rest. Gets higher again. This time Bishop doesn't read it as well. Tackle made, and Harrison Cruz going to call holding the man, I reckon.
Sling or holding the man?
Holding the man, not a sling.
Yeah.
Billings gets the football, thrown to him by Enright. Those blokes are encroaching on the mark. Should have been 50. Poor kick, intercepted. Now it's dangerous play because it's open slather here. But now McDonald needs to stay at the back. He'll get a free handball out here. Oh, excellent tackle made in the context of what that contest was. Kate Triffitt's down low, gets a handball out that's not overly effective. In fact, it's smothered by McKellar. McKellar over there on that far flank. McDonald's doing the hard yards at ground level, which is good to see. However, the handball comes out, and away they go. That is Brandon Thomas gets that ball out on the far. Great mark. That was excellent grab taken there on that far flank. But a poor kick trying to find Mitchell Knight, and away they go. Darling takes that. It's Pagan's paddock up here. There is no one other than the 2 players where this ball's going to go to. Can they get the mark? They can't. Superbly intercepted by Newcastle City. Butters up for more. Now, he's done. That's a superb job. That was Liam Dwyer's done a great job there beating his man. Jackson's on here, gets the ball at least down to his rover. As he's done so many times this year, he gets that ball out. Enright will try and get on his left, and he does. Needs to get rid of that quickly, does. Very well done. Mitchell Knight with a very, very good kick out to Crawford. Interesting hands there from Crawford. Holds his man out of it. Should have been holding the player against Mitchell Crawford and not paid. So we have Terrigal Avoca. We're 19 minutes in. Terrigal Avoca still up by 3 goals. Lucas?
Yeah, been very, very even again, Dave. The City's, as I said, starting to keep back into the game. I think Terrigal have been a bit quieter this quarter. City have been right back into it.
However, they've kicked 3 goals, Terrigal. So
They
they've done
have.
a reasonable job on limited opportunities. Webster with a terrific extraction. Ball almost taken, but not. Haswell gets that football out towards Jackson Crawford with a left-hand handball. Ball comes out. McDonald's got the run of this one now. He's inside the arc, LJ.
He is.
His confidence will be up from the last kick. And once again for his club, he needs to kick this goal.
He does. McDonald's been one of their best players on the ground, I think, Dave. He's been very good. Leads have been good. His hands have been made of rubber. We've seen it before. It's been very good.
He's been effective, Lucas. He certainly has. 45-degree angle out in that far flank pocket. Goal umpire runs across, and McDonald once again misses. So Newcastle City 4, 8:32. Terrigal Avoca 8, 1:49. We've gone 20 minutes into this second quarter of a terrific fixture here at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Straight down, or virtually straight down the centre to no one. Keith's on his own, and he should go here. You wonder if he's going to have a ping. Gets an excellent kick out. Crawford's in front and loses contact with the ball and gets outmarked clearly. Jay Lewis with a short right foot kick out to Brandon Thomas and finds him. Back flank for Terrigal Avoca. Holds play up here wisely until players can get in position. There's not much to kick to for him. Oh, that should be a push in the back. Not paid. Was clearly an infraction on the Newcastle City play there. Anyway, ball comes out. Oh, that's another push in the back. That is a clear push in the back to Stephen Batten from Newcastle City. Batten with a short right foot kick. Finds Aaron Seen, I believe. Yeah, that's Seen. You can tell by the way he's on that football, left-handed. Lovely spearing pass to Jackson Crawford, who's actually been pretty efficient today. Now, Mitch Crawford needs to make a contest here, and he's away. I would back him to kick this. Oh, and he's done it again. Mitchell Crawford. You just need to give him a sniff, and he acts. Mitchell Crawford with his second. Newcastle City 5, 8:38. Terrigal Avoca 8, 1:49. We've gone 21 minutes in the second quarter. LJ.
Prime 7. In 2016, Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
You'll be hoping that your beloved Collingwood can do the business at Adelaide Oval this weekend.
Should be a good game tonight. Hopefully spoil Scott Thompson's 300th.
It will be a cracking game. It will be a packed-out Adelaide Oval. Keyston Ellis probably with the win there. Out comes Seen, who's been very handy today. Ball comes along from Jackson Crawford. McDonald's got to get there and just makes enough for contact. Jay Lewis has been terrific. Crawford needs to put himself in and make a tackle, at least stay on his feet, and he does that. He's done that. Mitchell Knight's got time. That's dangerous. Seen with a short left foot pass. You've got to get in front in this weather. Now he's worked his way to the in front.
Ooh.
Good tackle made here. Be interested in his decision.
No.
Harrison
No
Crook
prior.
says, I'll have it, thanks. Probably the right decision, LJ. I think in the context.
It was.
Not prior, mate. Oh, he's got a couple of yards here. Oh, well, puts him off there. I think that was Kingston.
Sitting on his head.
What's that decision going to be? Quite clearly on the sound effects you hear Harrison Crook say, "Mine." Lucas, I think the weather's cleared a little. I don't think it's raining.
No.
Yeah, it has. It's lightened off a bit. It'll still be greasy. Jackson and Borton. Borton with that one. Ball comes out to Lewis of the Lachlan White. I beg your pardon, Lachlan White. 18 is Mac O'Malley. Comes up,
McDonald's
puts a ball to McDonald, no, can't quite get there. Webster, where a rover or a follower should be, is away.
It's been lagged.
Just tackled, and has he paid that?
He's on the ball.
I'm not sure.
I think,
with respect, I thought he got rid of that football
yeah,
legally. Lucas, your call on it?
I think he got legged as well. I think it was below the knees.
It's contentious anyway. That's all we'll say. That's all. McDonald with a short spearing pass and an excellent mark taken there by Cade Triffett. Triffett can amazingly put Newcastle City 5 points behind.
Yeah.
That was a terrific pass.
It was.
Again, all of them so far for Newcastle City scored have been important. He needs this kick. They've got to kick accurately to get themselves back. Cade Triffett from approximately 35 to 40 metres out. Relatively simple kick. Has got the distance, but not the accuracy. Into the side screen. Newcastle City 5-9-39, down by 10 points.
Terrigal Avoca 8-1.
Amazing.
In the wet too.
Bishop's taken that designated quarterback kicking role. You can see why. Hits Thomas with a lace-out pass. That's a set play. Webster's peeled off. That is definitely a set play, Lucas.
Yeah.
Webster goes downfield. Has a terrific tackle. Should be gone. That was a superb tackle by Connor Haswell. out there at just next to centre wing, next to the floodlights, and what is a good crowd here on the scorebox side at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground, the traditional home of sport in Newcastle. Ball comes out here. Anthony Baker will get the football. Sums up his options and decides he has to go long towards the Keast direction. Contest made there and done very well. Gillingham's away. Now, is that Enright? It's not. That was Anthony Stewart. That ball's going to come back to Gillingham and does a 180. And ball is not out. Baker will come back and clean this up. Gillingham for his third time in 60 seconds. This time gets an effective kick on it. Trifford was out of position there and a lovely mark taken, I think, by Jay Lewis. Well, shouldn't have put his foot up there. That's actually illegal. Anyway, Bishop, who's been deadly today. Gee, he's been good. Now, Shortall's away. Rawnsley has to stay on his feet, LJ.
Yeah.
Does. What a shepherd
shepherd
by Josh Wheeler. Absolutely legal. That's what our game's all about. Mitchell Knight makes a contest and has been paid a free kick for shepherding against. So Mitchell Knight will get the free kick. There's not much time left in this quarter. He needs to move quickly. Crawford peels away. McDonald's now going towards the Combox side flank. Goes again. Crawford's going to be at the foot of this one if he can get there. He does. Oh, you're kidding me. Crawford's read that if he kicks that goal, he hasn't. You could see him read that. You could see his mind racing.
Yeah.
Newcastle City 5-10. Brilliantly read by Mitch Crawford and couldn't finish. Terrigal Avoca 8-1-49, and we are 25 and a half minutes into the second quarter. Ball dropped when it otherwise might have been taken on the back flank. Butters up for more. Goes centrally, and a superb kick to Sam O'Brien. Again, his story is a miraculous story. It's great to see him playing football.
Touch on.
Kicks it in the man on the mark. Keast, who was active there in the mark and has done the job. Could be an important turnover for City. Getting the ball in Baker's hands is always a wise move. Crawford's on the move here. Glace out pass. Great work, Alexander White. Out comes Lachlan White. Gets that ball on the flank. Good contest here between the two little nuggets, Baker and Bishop. Bishop gets a left footer down to Matt Shortall. Shortall's got Rawnsley. That's a throw. Absolute throw. Not paid. Could be very costly. Clark's away. Can he kick? 3 goals in a quarter. He can't. He's kicked out to the side screen. Absolute throw, Lucas Haynes, by Shortall.
Yeah.
Please tell me I'm wrong.
No, it was a throw, Dave. You're not the only one.
Out of bounds in the full. Ball comes this Combox side. Looking for Rawnsley here if he can pinpoint the kick. Can't quite. Could have made a better contest away. Rawnsley's still on his feet, though. Important today. And there he's second. That is half time. Outstanding game of football here at #1. Terrigal Avoca up due to magnificent kicking. Terrigal Avoca 8-1-49. Newcastle City 5-10-49. Lucas, if you'd read the Terrigal Avoca goal kickers, please.
For Terrigal Avoca, 2 goals each to Doug Clark and Jackson Farquhar, and singles for Matt Shortall, Austin Clark, Braden Kingston, and Sam O'Brien.
Goal kickers for City, 2 to Mitch Crawford, 2 to Kevin McDonald, 1 to Jake Harder-Kynan. Lucas will go and check on the status of the injured players, Jake Harder-Kynan and Mitch Betson. We hope to come back with an interview with Warners Bay coach Marty Ryman at the beginning of the third quarter. That's all from us for a little while. We'll go to some important messages. You can see the scores on your bottom left-hand corner. Terrigal Avoca up by 9 points in a cracking game of footy here at #1. Back with you shortly. Thank you.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7, coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is car 33. I'm going on my break.
We have a visual. Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is car 33. I'm going on my break.
Welcome back to Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground with Terrigal Avoca leading by 9 points as City come back onto the ground for the second half. With me for a couple of minutes for a bit of a chat is Warners Bay Black Diamond coach Marty Ryman. Marty, welcome to the commentary area.
Thanks, Dave. Good to be here.
It is good to be here. Your thoughts on the first half, mate?
It's a pretty close game, obviously. City very wasteful in front of goals. You can see the moment that the sides aren't tight checking, the ball movement is very, very quick, and you can't, a couple of times James Webster got given a lot of space in the middle, and you just can't give players like that space because they all cut you up. I
reckon your good mate Chris Bishop must be wearing a strange percent of some deodorant today because he's just run alone and unattended. He's at a picnic in the first half, and he's done some damage.
Exactly right. I mean, I think I counted 4 times in the second quarter there where he just ran through, got the ball delivered into the forward line, and again with his good skills, you don't want him getting free ball like that.
No, you don't. Massive game next week for the Warners Bay Bulldogs against Cardiff here at number 1 on Bar TV. They're huge permutations for the 4.
Oh, it is massive. I mean, to be honest with you, Dave, every game's massive for us between now and the end of the year. As I said to our boys, you can't look any further than the week in front of you, and you've got to prepare like we have done for the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
We're fortunate at the moment. We've got a pretty healthy squad. I think we've now most of our injured players have come back over the last couple of weeks. Krause is right, and they've come back, and we've, as I said, got a healthy squad on the park, and the boys have been playing some good, disciplined, hard footy.
Does that mean that James Newburn's going to get dropped into First Division where he belongs?
No, actually, James has had a good couple of weeks. He's turned back the clock. Last week he had a couple of running passages of play, which was excellent. But it's just come from the hard work that he's put out on the track.
So he actually got out of the square. I'm most impressed. James Newburn is recording this interview, ladies and gentlemen, resplendent in his awful Manly Warringah jacket. Marty, look, thank you for giving us some of your time. It will be a huge game next week in what is Nick Koshin's 300th game, which, regardless of the club that he plays for, is a wonderful achievement. It's just superb.
Massive achievement. I mean, I know Jim played his 200th this year, which I thought was a big achievement, but for Nick to play his 300th, that's massive. I mean, Cardiff's have been going along really well this year. I mean, the top five sides out of 6. I mean, obviously Killarney have only won 2, but any of those sides on their day, even Killarney when they've got a healthy squad, play some really good footy, and you can't take any of your opposition lightly. Cardiff, extremely well coached. They've beaten us 3 times this year, and you've got to like the way they go about their footy. They're very disciplined, and they're a very hard side to match up.
They are. Your colleague here, Lucas Holmes, was very, very happy man last week when the scores came through. We're at Adelaide Oval. He couldn't get the smile off his face as the result last week. So well done on that game.
Thank you very much. And did Lucas tip us or Terrigal to win last week?
We didn't actually have a tip on Warners Bay and Terrigal, to be honest. Marty, look, thank you for your time. Do appreciate you taking time out to speak to us. Very best of luck next week. It'll be different circumstances next week. Well, I don't think it'll be quite as relaxed. You'll be in your usual position over here in front of us, cheering every goal. Good luck to you and the Warners Bay Bulldogs for the rest of the season. And once again, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Dave, and good luck with the rest of the call.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate Marty Ryman and James Newburn giving us their time. James just recorded that interview, so that'll be interesting at the presentation for Warners Bay later on this year. About to get going in the third quarter of what has been, I think, an excellent fixture, Lucas Holmes.
It has, Dave.
Great to speak to the great man, Marty Ryman there.
Always is, Dave.
Chris Jackson and Sam Borton. Away we go, quarter number 3. Pulsating fixture here at number 1. Baker tries to shark it off the pack and can't. One-hand disposal by Luke Braunsley, and he's pinged. Now that, I think, is Jackson Farquhar, who's kicked a couple of useful goals today. Bishop gives him the ball. He's been good. So Farquhar's looking at, they've flooded the back line here. Will do well to spot someone up. Push out there. Very good use of the body, and a very solid mark taken by Macaulay O'Malley. That's with the cartoon arms at half-back flank. Goes to the scoreboard side. Not sure who he picked out. He's eventually got Cameron Keast. And Enright, where he always is, getting onto his left. I think that's Mitchell Crawford it is. Mitchell Crawford's away. Crawford's off. Enright butters up for more onto his left. Gets a ball out. Pushing the back, I thought.
Yep.
Darling, gone.
There,
I reckon that's gone.
Yep. Great
tackle, Josh Wheeler, he's actually not without range. He's got a thumping left foot. Does the team think? Finds McDonald. Oh, misses him. McDonald had that spin, I reckon, Lucas.
Yep.
He was a mile in front. Oh, Baker. Oh. Step. However, great tackle, Kevin McDonald. Ball goes out of bounds. That was a superb bit of... Oh,
it is.
Baker, one step, two step, away you go.
It's what you want from your power forward, though. McDonald buttering up after the mistake he made.
Yeah, correct. Should have taken that ball. That's a throw. They're not paid. Baker, as you can see on your screen, cuts that off, comes back for a second chance at it. Very good tackle. Wheeler comes out with his hands wide so he doesn't give away a free kick. Angus Darling with a 15-metre left foot kick that's extremely effective. O'Brien gets the ball out, but he's disposed of at the point of kicking it. Haswell's got it and rebounds to Jackson, who's sitting just off the point of the square. Baker is where you want to set him in to be. Now goes to the fat side of the ground. That ball has to be taken and they've got to stay on their feet. It's an open pass out there and he's done. 16 is Thomas, who can't stop Crawford getting that ball away. Mitchell Knight takes a very important mark. Half forward flank in front of the light tower, and the lights are going to be on very soon, Lucas. It's quite dim. That mark should have been taken. He was one out. Didn't take it.
Ooh.
Ball comes out, squeezes out the back. O'Brien's there, must get rid of the ball quickly.
Who
and
to,
does.
though?
However, who to? There's a chance at a goal with a banana! Or check side, Liam Dwyer. What a finish with the check side, LJ.
Yeah.
Goal to Liam Dwyer. Newcastle City 3 points behind and are coming fast and hard.
They are. Sure are, Dave. Just looking for his number here on the live scoring.
26.
26, thanks, Dave.
There it is there, mate.
Cheers.
So 3 points to Terrigal Avoca. Newcastle City are, I think, in the mood to really put the foot down.
Yep.
You're very interesting to see. It's interesting. You went and did some homework, thank you.
Yep.
Mitch Betchen, the shoulder, gone.
Yes.
Jake Harder-Kine, ankle
gone.
So
The rest
both
of the
gone.
game.
And they
Yep.
actually play in they play in the same part of the field. So there's going to have to be some adjustments there made in the
Yep.
Terrigal Avoca backline / Newcastle City. Sorry, Terrigal Avoca forward line. Very bad news about Betson. Let's hope that both he and Harder-Kine can come back next week, or at least in the finals. So Cam Keese has got the lead, has got the sit here and gets the ball around. Very, very effective kick.
McDonald
roving, has a chance to finish. Can he?
The
Ball
bounce.
bounces, no. Crawford's in and under where he usually is. But now there's a holding the man free kick given to Terrigal Avoca's Chambers, and he's got a free kick deep in defence. Harrison Keese on the mark. Mark Wheeler, I beg your pardon, Mark Wheeler. Ball comes out, and the ball's actually got in almost to the square. Ball in dispute here. Head over the ball was Ian Baker. Anthony Baker sitting around the corner. However, that ball comes out. Left foot kick. Angus Darling and Josh Wheeler at the football. Wheeler gets dispossessed very cleverly there by Jared Warren. They're sitting in there, ball in contest. Ball comes out. Haswell misses what he otherwise would have taken. Baker's sitting there over the shoulder, surely. Paid. I think that's Ian Baker. He's a ranger down the bottom there, I think.
It is.
It is. Baker comes straight towards the commentary position.
Oh, he's almost...
Matthew Enright takes the mark. Close to encroachment, but he probably didn't walk too far forward. It saved him. Mark taken there by Liam Dwyer. Baker, as he's been all day, he's been superb on that. Gets the ball out with a left foot kick. Now, he should put the speed on here and see if he can beat Webster. He can't. Almost. Webster's done that superbly well, LJ.
Yeah.
Ball goes out. What a pity. Webster just did enough.
He did.
And he must have gone very close to being holding the man, LJ,
Yeah,
too.
he did very well there, James Webster. Very good player, as we've seen.
Yeah. 3 medals. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Keese actually beat Borton in that ruck contest.
Nice
Intercept
mark.
marked. Very well done there. It does half-back flank. Looks like Jay Lewis from here. It's either Lewis or Formby. Possibly Formby. Goes long. Clark pushes off. Doesn't try to take the mark. Lawnsley gets the ball out to Liam Dwyer. Lawnsley backs up, stays on his feet. Doesn't get tackled. Almost does by Shorter comes out. Can't quite control the football. I'd suggest that ball's going to fall right in the hands of Triffett, who's too far out to score probably. Looking for McDonald. McDonald's on short. Finds him. You could see that develop. You could see them waiting for McDonald to get in position, LJ.
Yeah, he's been very good. McDonald.
Lively and moving well. Yeah. Earlier in the season, I think he had a bit of rust, but he's really starting to, and it presents a very dangerous opponent, I think.
Yeah, of course it does.
He's not a big, tall man. He's
he
strong.
Isn't, actually.
Kevin McDonald misses what he otherwise might have hit. He's missed. That's at least 4 behinds, I reckon.
6 goals, 11. Newcastle City. It's
to Terrigal Avoca's 8-1. Terrigal Avoca up by 2 points. Bishop with the quarterback duties again. Just gets the ball to Damon Smith. Ball comes out. Bishop's backs up. Feigns a right-hand handball and gets a left foot kick to it. I think that might be Jackson. Out there, is it Keast? It's actually Cameron Keast. Big, solid figure he is. Gets a lovely little right foot kick for a big fella out towards, I think that's Gillingham, who goes short again to Crawford. That's not 15, and Crawford's tackled beautifully by Bishop. with a right, just grabs his with the right hand. Webster can't quite get the football. Ball comes out to Damon Smith. Ball thrust deep forward. Now, this is Pagan's paddock on here. It's a chaos ball. There's a lot of players around the ball. Should have gone handball, Shortall. Should have gone handball and didn't need to. Magnificent kick, Matthew Shortall for Terrigal Avoca.
It's his second, I think, Dave.
It is his second, Lucas. Terrigal Avoca, still magnificent shooting. 9 goals, 155. Newcastle City, importantly, 6-11-47. Lucas Holmes.
Star 104.5. Star 104.5 FM plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL.
They do a great job. Or as all of our sponsors do, we thank them for their involvement in football. It makes an enormous difference when you've got such generous and wonderful sponsors. We also thank Bar TV, the best in the business. Ball comes back to the centre. Chris Jackson and Sam Borton once again. Jackson will go with the right, and Doug gets beaten pointlessly by Borton. He gets his hand right over the top of him. Ball comes down to a ground.
He's dragged that back in.
Yes, he did drag it back in, LJ. Wheeler tries his weight on Darling, but Darling butters up. Darling's actually been quite efficient today without cutting people to pieces. Webster's down at ground level, trying his hardest. Sean will try and get onto his left if he can once he gets control of the football, and he doesn't get control of it. Ball gets tapped out. Could have been a holding man decision, not paid. Ball comes out in dispute down there on that far scoreboard wing, right in line with the centre circle. Harrison Crook says, as he does, LJ, mine.
Yep.
And we are 7.5 minutes into the third. Terrigal up by 8 points in a cracking game of football here at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Ball comes out, right-hand handball. Aaron Sean gets a left foot kick out into an interesting position on the ground. Goes with the soccer and gets 55 metres out of it. Very effective. That's Clark out there trying to get a tap down. Very well, actually, it's Borton, the ruckman. That comes out to O'Malley. Ball comes out to centre-half forward area and buttering up at the back there is Terrigal Avoca, and that ball comes in the centre. Off we go. Now, this is dangerous. Jay Lewis with a very... cut off by Rawnsley. Now, Rawnsley will look to go short and finds Sean. And Sean's away. He's got space here. Looks for... That's not McDonald this time. McDonald's out of position this time. That was Harrison Quiche, I believe. Lewis should take that on his chest and hold, and does.
Off the bench.
Going short here. Yeah, I saw that too. Ball comes out. Very well done there. And out there comes to Damon Smith. Damon Smith has the ball. Goes centrally. Josh Wheeler intercept mark. Very well done. And will go, the big fella. And he does. Steps around off his right. Goes with an interesting left foot kick and finds unattended. I think that was Mitchell Knight. Harrison Keast has gone the goals here. I don't think that's going to be overly efficient. It's touched anyway. Terrigal Avoca's got some numbers there in the back line and should actually work this out quite comfortably.
Always a bit of strife.
Good effort by Kate Triffett to corral them in that back pocket. And in fact, Triffett's done an outstanding job because they've only got the ball out 35 metres, LJ.
He has. City getting the ball in there pretty quickly. Just have a quick look. Is Kevin McDonald off, or is he just might be having a bit of a rest?
Not. That would be most unusual.
It would be. He's been one of their best players.
He has. Gillingham with a right foot kick. It's dragged across the goals. Best result will be out of bounds, and it's not. It's out of bounds on the full.
On the full.
So that should be a kick to Sam Ellis there.
Yep.
Ellis was the closest player. Shouldn't be Alexander White. It should be Ellis. He was the closest.
Yep.
That's the rules of our game. So Ellis will take the kick.
Goes and has to fetch his own ball there, Dave.
Indeed. Country football at its best.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm surprised the lights aren't on.
Yeah.
I would have thought that someone would have made a request for that reasonably shortly. Ellis with a right foot thumping kick down the flank here, outside the arc. Everybody goes up. Sean's the only one that gets hands on it. Ball comes out to Formby. Ball's going to go out in front of us, I would reckon. No, it actually stays in. Oh, he's away. Jared Warren and Lucas, he's kept his feet. Tries to bounce and is corralled by Wheeler.
Was that the fall, was it? Might have thought it flicked the back of his boot.
And again, you get punished for going off your feet. You've got to wear, on this surface, you've got to wear decent boots and keep your feet. Jackson, Ellis clearly. Borton, sorry. Well, that's interesting. Behind play here, Wheeler's given Jimmy Webster a nice little right arm, and they're going to remonstrate. Bishop and Webster are. This could, Lucas, keep an eye on this. This could blow up because he's given Webster a nice little right hand behind play.
Yep.
And the Terrigal Avoca players know about it.
And we've moved on for now, anyway.
Jackson has to sit here. No, again, Borton does a very good job. Haswell does a little dipsy doodle. As he's done today, he's beaten the first man many times. That will go out of bounds in the full, just short of the fence. So Lachlan White will get this free kick outside the arc.
Yep.
I would think he's going to go to the hot spot. That's probably the only thing he can do here, LJ.
Yep.
Is hot spot this.
And he has.
Yeah, and he has. He's put it right in the area when he needs to. Good professional football. Not potato. Shortall's got the footy. Ball comes out. Umpire says, give it to me.
So umpire.
Now, Clark's, if you look at your screen there, Clark's actually almost on his own at the back of this one. It'd be interesting to see if the ball comes out because he's unattended. Ball comes out. It doesn't come to Clark. That's an interesting handball. It comes out. Jackson's trying to get the ball out. He'll stay on his feet as he always does. He's well balanced. Shortall comes out again.
He's almost
certainly
gone
putting
there.
himself in there. Scene's in there. Wheeler's in there. Scene with an effective, muscly right-hand handball. Rauncey will probably want that ball to go out. It doesn't. That is Harrison Keast. And Angus Darling gets a very good right-hand thump to that ball. Ball comes out. Now, Baker will try and clean this up. Have a look at the cleanness of his possession, everyone. Superb. Oh, Anthony Baker, take a bow. Just took that little bit of class and gets the ball out. However, Billings is at the back here, and he's got time to put thrust Terrigal back in attack. I think that's Webster, is it? No, it's not.
No.
It's, I think that could have been Clark. No, it wasn't. Webster's on his own.
That's Webster, though.
That's very dangerous. So Webster's going to take a kick here, LJ.
Yeah.
30-degree angle. Probably kick on the arc, I reckon.
Yeah. So just make observation. The weather has stopped though, but sometimes hard with that greasy when there's only just been a bit of rain.
It's a damp-ish underfoot, but it's not that bad. And they're taking marks like it's a dry weather game. So I went out there at halftime. It's not too bad. Webster from the arc. It's close. Touched. It's marked, I think. I think that ball has been marked.
It has.
Is that Clark again? I reckon it could be. Goodness me, Doug Clark, for a bloke that's made his debut this year for Terrigal Avoca. It is. Doug Clark takes a mark 2 metres out, so he'll get the kick, ladies and gentlemen, directly in front of goals in the square. Clark to put Terrigal Avoca 14 points up, a crucial goal coming. Clark kicks his third goal in a superb performance so far for the Panthers. Terrigal Avoca 10-1-61. Newcastle City from 17 shots, 6-11-47. LJ.
The Entertainment Grounds Central Coast. The Entertainment Grounds has quickly established itself as the premier venues location on the Central Coast. The Entertainment Grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings and exhibitions, as well as horse racing.
Thank you, Lucas. Great spot, the Entertainment Grounds.
Very much so, Dave.
Anzac Day races there are a mega day. Probably one of the biggest social days on the Central Coast. There's a couple of big festivals. Wawa's got big festivals in my part of the world.
Yep.
And I know that the Boxing Day races in Newcastle are always a big day.
They
I'm
are.
trying to convince my missus to come up for Boxing Day to Newcastle races with all of my Stocko cricket mates. So.
What's better though? Boxing Day Test, mate. You can't beat that, can you?
Oh, unless you're there. The Boxing Day Test I sort of grew up with, but yes, I'm told that Boxing Day races at Newcastle is fantastic. The Entertainment Grounds in Central Coast, get along there. Farmers markets on Sundays as well. It's a great place. Angus Darling, Chris Jackson. Darling with a left hand actually wins that one by using his body to get Jackson out of the way.
Holding
against
to
Newcastle City.
Darling.
Yes, to Darling, is it right?
Yep.
He's been good today. He's been
has,
really
actually.
solid. Looks for and finds his man out there on that very, very far flank. That is Brandon Thomas on the half-forward flank. In front of the scoreboard.
Play on.
Puts that ball up into the hot spot. Rauncey was in front. Now, that's a quick kick out. And that's a behind.
Point.
So, Terrigal Avoca, 10-2-62, leading Newcastle City by 15 points. We're 15 minutes into the third quarter here at Newcastle number 1. Lucas Holmes.
They've been very good. Terrigal Avoca needed that goal before, Dave. City were with the ascendancy.
They were. It was sort of against the run of play. Cameron Keaston takes a good solid mark just outside the arc with his unusual kicking style reminiscent of the great Rod Austin from Carlton. Gillingham's number 69. He's had a good day, but needs to start getting more kicks this quarter to get Newcastle City right back in the game. Jackson Crawford is smothered. Poor kick, really. Brandon Thomas, at least Crawford's making a contest. Little soccer from Thomas. Webster, with his spatial awareness, gets a very good handball out to Alexander White and Corey Billings. There's three handy players.
Yep.
Webster, White, Billings. Goodness me. Billings, he doesn't mind a sledge. Gets that ball out to Borton, who's on that far flank. Gets his handball away. Actually, I think that might have been a free kick played. Oh, intercept mark there. No, in fact, not paid. He's dropped that. He's got that. Eventually got that ball away. Jackson Crawford comes away. Away he goes. Has a bounce. That's one bounce. Looks for and doesn't find McDonald, I think. Now, Bishop with a very steady right-hand handball. That'll be Jay Lewis at half-back quarterbacking. and into the hands of James Webster. Another trio of very handy players. Ball comes out to Austin Clark. Bishop and run on. Webster with the football, and he will look and take time and do something creative. Tries to, but Josh Wheeler's too good for him in that case. He should thump this forward, and he does. Ball ricochets off to Enright. Somehow now Jackson Crawford's on his own and may choose to go with Shortle coming down. Has Jackson Crawford kicked that? Superb finish, Jackson Crawford. That's a great clinical finish. Newcastle City coming back. Newcastle City 7-11-53. Terrigal Avoca 10-2-62. 16.5 minutes into quarter number 3. LJ.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL.
Eventually got there, mate.
Yeah, almost. Just got there.
So this game's on a knife edge. We've got it's gone 17 minutes into the third quarter. Terrigal Avoca up by 9. Jackson with a right hand gets that out, but Billings roves it superbly. Left foot kick around the corner. Shortle taps it on, trying to find Darling, but Rawnsley, who's been real solid today in the back line, to Baker, to Anthony Baker. That was Ian Baker first, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. Gets the ball out there and trying to get a 50s. Mitchell Crawford doesn't achieve that. Bishop's hard on his hammer. So Mitchell Crawford needs to do something creative in here. Not too much movement up there. Cameron Keese gives him a lead. And away goes Crawford, goes for a run. A little bit too much speed for Bishop, but Bishop corrals him into an area he wants him to kick to. Enright bundled out in front of boundary umpire Nick Hickson. We're almost 18 minutes gone. Game on a knife edge, Lucas.
It is very much so. So starting to get a bit hard to see with the red football now without these lights on, Dave.
Yes. Simply yes. Jay Lewis will try and get on his right hand. Can't get the football. Crawford's all over him. Makes a very effective tackle, actually. And puts him right into the ground. That's knocked the wind out of him for a minute. Big touch, strong tackle by Crawford. We have... Who's going in this? Yes, Borton's coming in for this one with Jackson. See if one of them can use their body. No, ball comes out. In fact, Aaron Seen won that contest. Harrison Keese gets an effective left foot tap out. Butters up for more. Tries to get it out of bounds in the full against Alexander White and is unsuccessful. Nick Hickson, the busiest bounty umpire in the Central Coast of Newcastle.
They're starting to pick up his work rate a bit in these past 5 minutes, Dave.
Work rate's been real good the last couple of weeks. Jackson with behind the back, no look, tap down, which is effective.
Was pushing the
back.
back.
Push him fair, square in the middle of the back. Good call, Lucas Holmes. Damon Smith, is he going down the defensive flank? He is. He's found space. That's Brandon Thomas. Now Jackson will chase him and corral him. Jackson comes back. Billings is inside if he can spot him and misses. Now, can Haswell turn this around? No, because Damon Smith interjects in front of Crawford and McDonald. Alexander White is on here and away. He's got Webster on free. Now, Webster won't let him down, I'm sure. He's got great hands. Shortle's is on the flank, and he's in front of Rawnsley for the first time today. Shortle gets in front, takes a very good chest mark off a lace-out kick off James Webster. Goes as you should when you're in down to the hot spot. Anthony Baker was actually up for that contest. Now, what will he do here? He's looked for a left-hand handball, and it is intercepted by Borton. Fascinating disposal, not paid, smothered off the boot. Baker's in and Shortle's in there. Great tackle, gone. Baker. Shows his upper body. That's in the back. Not paid. Ball comes out, Rawnsley. Ian Baker, great tackle. O'Brien gets a right foot kick to that, which has gone half a metre, but effective. Cade Trifford, right-hand handball. Aaron Seen tries to beat his man. Gone, not paid. What a great passage of football. Liam Dwyer, away he goes. You can hear the crowd in the background. Oh, it's great to be here when the football's on this. Good, tough, hard footy. Bishop misses the football, and otherwise I'll take it.
Clever.
Left foot off the ground. Lucks of fortune. Straight into Sam O'Brien with the long hair. Now O'Brien's looking for... Not quite sure. Kingston eventually and Clark behind him. Ball out of bounds, Lucas. 20.5 minutes gone.
Intensity's really picked up, hasn't it, Dave? Just recently. It's always been there, but now recently.
This is like being a kid in a candy store.
It is good. It is good, isn't it?
Lovely to be with you, ladies and gentlemen. Really is. Luke Rawnsley gets it out. Terrific little handball to Anthony Stewart. It gets that ball down forward. Newcastle City have not been effective in the forward line. They've been chopped off at half-back by Lewis and his mates and Damon Smith. This is Lachlan White, who turns around with good spatial awareness and hits his player lace out. Away he goes. That's Brandon Thomas.
Oh, good here.
What a ball. Oh,
Yeah.
Lucas Holmes,
Oh.
talk me through that pass.
That was very well done. Instead of going blasting for the hot spot, just lowered his eyes, straight lace out to a leading forward. That is almost poetry, Dave.
Lucas Holmes has just said it all. Well done, Lucas. Angus Darling with a shot from approximately 30 metres out to put Terrigal Avoca 18. That'll be 15 points in front, I reckon, if he kicks this. I backed Gus in to kick this. The Jewel Elliott Davey medalist has done the business. Angus Darling with his first goal today off a lace-out pass from Brandon Thomas. Terrigal Avoca now. Lucas, if you could scroll that screen down for me just a touch, please, mate. 11:2:68. Newcastle City are 7:11:53. We're 21 and a half minutes into quarter number 3, the moving quarter, Lucas Holmes.
It is. Terrigal got that sniff back now. They sort of were on the outer for a fair few minutes there, but now they're straight back into it, although they are leading, obviously.
Newcastle City would be most unhappy with their entries into the forward 50 this quarter. They're getting cut off all the time.
They are.
Okay, Jackson's having a rest on the ball. This is Cam Keats against the goal kicker Angus Darling. Away we go. I'd back Darling here. Of course, I'm wrong. The commentator's Moz. Chris Bishop, who's been outstanding today behind the ball, with his non-dominant right foot, gets that 45 minutes out. Intelligent tap on by Matthew Shortall. There's Braden Kingston, who's moving very well. Josh Willer's all over him like a cheap suit, and they eventually shepherd the ball out of bounds just at the arc.
Yeah.
Jack Grimman in front of you on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, with the blue shirt. Sadly not playing for Terrigal today. Darling with a very good tap down. Can Bishop finish that? Oh, it's hit the post, I think.
It has.
It has. Bishop has hit the post from 40 metres. Terrigal Avoca 11:3:69 as the ball comes out quickly. Newcastle City 7:11:53. Profligate shooting is going to cost them. Harrison Keys needs to get rid of it and does with a very effective kick. And if that ball stays in, they're away. So Lewis has got to make a play on this. Enright's going to come back round onto his left foot for sure. Does so, finds Anthony Baker, who's run alone and unattended most of the day. Baker with a very intelligent kick. That's Jackson Crawford's going to just find his feet. Very ordinary kick, finds McDonald, who's not got good service this quarter. Gillingham's right with him. He's pretty good spatially aware. So is Baker. Finds a right-hand handball to Stewart. Stewart, the left foot kick, is cut off again. Again, Lucas Holmes.
Yep.
This time by Formby.
25, yeah.
Formby goes far side where there's a plethora of Panthers. Braden Thomas is calling for the settle down there. Might be wise move to control the tempo. Comes inboard and finds comfortable Alexander White, I think that is. Bishop's telling him to go square, and he has back to Formby. Now, while you wonder if they're going to come down this wing, they are. So, marking contest, Ellis and Stewart, who's a much shorter man. Stewart comes out with the footy. Crawford needs to not use his body and stay in front. Eventually he does. He stands up and does something there. Now, Crawford's away, if they can get the ball to him. No. Well, great effort, Terrigal Avoca. Excellent quarter of football. Terrigal Avoca in front. 11:3:69. Newcastle City 7:11:53. For Terrigal Avoca, Doug Clark starring 3 goals. Jackson Farquhar and Matthew Shortall 2. Austin Clark has a goal. Braden Kingston 1. Sam O'Brien 1. Angus Darling 1. Lucas, I need to speak to John. Can you go to Newcastle City?
Yep, no problem. Goal kickers for Newcastle City, 2 for Mitch Crawford and Kevin McDonald, and then 1 each for Jake Harder-Kynan, Jackson Crawford and Leanne Dwyer. Dave.
Lucas, Terrigal Avoca quite settled there.
Yes,
They've done a good
they were.
job. Looking comfortable across halfback, and some good goals there.
Yep.
We'll come back to you shortly, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3/4 time in a cracking fixture here. Terrigal Avoca up by 16 points on the back of excellent and outstanding shooting. Back to you soon.
Hey, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7, coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morisset. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Welcome back to Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. My name's David Redden with my colleague and confidant Lucas Holmes with you here for Bar TV in the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL Game of the Week. It's a standalone game this week in a split round. Newcastle City and Terrigal Avoca, 1 and 2 on the ladder, providing an outstanding game of footy. Lucas Holmes.
Very good game. Dave. We were just discussing then the Subway Player of the Match candidates. Pretty hard to narrow it down, isn't it, Dave?
Baker, Bishop, Lewis was one of the ones that you suggested have been terrific. Yep.
Obviously.
But Bishop's been superb.
He has.
It's going to be hard if he gets Subway Morissette. His award. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Doug Clark, those two goals. You're kidding.
The first one was good, and the second one was just better.
Second one was brilliant. We're on RTV here with you with our production manager, John, and our wonderful cameraman. The boys doing a great job for you.
As usual.
As always. At the traditional home of sport in this wonderful city of Newcastle, Newcastle #1. It is a great place to be. It's got atmosphere, tradition, history. If you ever get down here and get a chance to watch some football, please come to Newcastle #1. It's a great ground. Real asset to the city of Newcastle. And as I said, it's the traditional home of sport in this city. And we are away in what should be a cracking last quarter. Jackson and Borton. Jackson with a right-hander, but they've read him all day, Lucas.
Yeah.
That's Billings with a kick. Wheeler with a massive thump. Darling out. Guess who? Bishop. If he finds him, no, he can't. So he's out in front. Is Doug Clark. Can he do it again? Surely not. Goes for the handball this time because he was under the pump. Darling tries to get the ball out and is swamped. Out the ball comes. Darling again with a tackle on. Baker, who has been terrific today in a beaten side, tries to get Haswell and can't. It's one of the few things he's done today that hasn't been pure and clean, Lucas.
Was that perceived pressure, Dave? Just there?
Perceived it real, yeah. Terrigal's pressure's been great. They've clearly lifted it.
Yeah.
You'd love to know what happened last week at Feehan.
Yes.
You really would. Jackson beats Darling. Rawnsley with a diving handball that gets to Haswell, who's beaten about 8 tackles today. He's really been very strong. Crawford should have been free kicked against him for holding, and he needs to lift Crawford. He has not been overly efficient. Gillingham Smith can't stop Smith getting that kick away. Enright's in front. Courageous goes back, and he's out. That should be a mark to Angus Darling. Surely That's an extraordinary decision, I'm sorry. Cameron Keast is away. Shrugs off his man. He's a big, strong brute of a lad. And what a lace-out kick. But I go back down here. What has Angus Darling got to do to be paid the mark, Lucas?
I don't know. I thought it was a good mark too, Dave.
Clearly a mark in my mind.
Yeah.
We'll have to move on.
We have to, yes.
The only person that counts out there is the guy in green. Mitchell Knight, I'm sure, is very much aware that he has to kick this goal in the second minute of the last quarter. Mitchell Knight, the goal umpire hasn't moved very far. Mitchell Knight gets Newcastle City within 10 points. Are we going to see a comeback from the league leaders? Newcastle City, 8-11-59. Terrigal Avoca, 11-3-69. LJ.
Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Subway. Eat fresh.
It's on out here. The game's
Ooh.
right on a knife edge, and I wouldn't be surprised to see there be more skirmishes around.
Yeah.
I know Terrigal Avoca aren't pleased with that decision with Darling. However, the decision's given. Harrison Crook with the ball up. Jackson gets this one right-handed. Scenes at ground level, should get the football and does. But he's tackled quickly. Ball comes through with a little scrubby left foot kick out. If that went 15, I'm not here, but I'm not. So Shortall gets a right foot kick out, looking for Clark, I think. Oh, he has had a great day.
He has.
Wow. So Doug Clark's on a 45-degree angle, being brought around a touch more now. In fact, quite a few steps by the umpire. He will eventually kick this with those lights still not on, so someone hasn't paid the power bill.
So they mustn't be coming on at all if they're not on now, Dave.
No. Clark will eventually kick this one from about 40 metres out. He's going at his fourth.
He is.
That ball's come off poorly, and he's rushed through from behind. Terrigal Avoca, 11-4-70, leading Newcastle City, 8-11-59. Crucially, that's only an 11-point lead, so it's tied 2 kicks. Newcastle City haven't gone the huddle, but they've certainly gone centrally, and they're breaking towards this commentary box flank. Up goes Keast with Seen in front of him and was paid that time. Gets away with his usual left foot accurate kick. At the back, he's again fallen on the ground. So Wheeler comes in and tries to put his weight in the contest and has effectively done so in skittling a couple of plays like 10 pins. Out the ball comes. The ball actually came out. Umpire blew his whistle, so he'll stick at it. He's given a free kick against Wheeler right at the end for a high tackle.
High tackle? Righto.
Undisciplined, perhaps.
Yep.
Thomas goes down that wing. Lovely kick. Finds Billings. He'll get around to his left. Goes to the centre half forward hot spot. Excellent work Haswell coming in from the side. Clark can't get the footy away. Now there's 4 or 5 Newcastle City players. Enright does the right thing and dummies that one and finds Seen. Not paid as 15 metres. So big contest here in the middle of the park. Not decisive. That's a throw. Anyway, not paid. Baker tries to come in and he'll go again, Baker. Ball gets a handball out, I believe. Could have been paid as pushing the back. Central umpire says, give it to me right at the edge of the centre circle. Terrigal Avoca up by 11 points. Lucas Holmes.
It's always been pretty close. There hasn't really been a blowout in the scoreline, Dave. They've been jousting all day, Dave.
Jousting, I like
jousting?
it, Lucas. Very good jousting. Oh, interesting right-hand handball. Comes away to Connor Haswell, who's kicked that into the Pagans paddock area. Shortall's got first use. He needs to pick it up. He's got Enron on his hammer. He's ducked his head, and he will be gone, I reckon. Oh, goodness me. Lucas, I know.
Yeah.
He ducked his head.
He did. We'll leave it at that, I think.
That's all we can do, mate. Jackson with a terrific right-hand tap out. O'Brien's chasing here and very effectively now. C needs to get in there and put a shepherd on. He has. Jackson Crawford ends up. White throws the shoulder out, and Mitchell Crawford will do something creative. Scene goes here, goes forward. Now Wheeler's on his left. He's got a 1-on-5. Can he do something here? He screwed that ball around, and it's a point. So 8-12-60 Newcastle City down by 10 points. We're 5.5 minutes into quarter number 4. Ball comes out to the flank. Angus Darling takes a mark and is paid this time. Goes long to Clark. Finds him. And he's dropped what he should have taken. That's the first blemish on him today. LJ?
Yeah.
Mitchell not over it. Anthony Baker comes in the extractor. Connor Haswell turns around onto his left and gets an effective 15-metre kick out. Lull in play just for the moment. Ian Baker with a kick. Intercepted by Borton. Took too long there, LJ.
Yep.
Borton's gone around.
Straight.
Does what most ruckmen do and kick the ball a mile in the air. Mark almost taken. Shortles at the back there. Gets a little scrubby right foot kick out. Now he's on here. Goal! That's Jackson Farquhar with his third.
Farquhar.
It is. It's his third. Farquhar with his third in an impressive small forward performance. Puts Terrigal Avoca 16 points up. 12-4-70. Newcastle City looking down the barrel. 8-12-60 with 7 minutes gone by the time this ball comes up. Lucas Holmes.
There's probably not enough time for sponsors to read that. Farquhar has played really well, hasn't he?
With limited opportunities.
Yes.
Those you look how in the context of the game, LJ.
Yep.
Look how important 3 goals are.
City with 20 scoring shots. Terrigal Avoca have only had 16.
We spoke about it in the first quarter, mate, didn't we?
We did.
Jackson and Darling. Darling tries to use his body. Eventually gets a left-hand tap down, but not to any in particular. Baker picks the ball up. He's got fair income leather poisoning. Baker, he'd have 30 touches at least today. McDonald comes out.
Over.
Now, can his shoulder result in a goal? Crawford
Well,
ducks his head, and he's paid for over the shoulder. Crawford trying to sell the candy in front of Chambers. Now, if ever there's a time where the league's leading goal kicker needs to stand up and man up, it's right now.
Oh, yeah.
45-degree angle for Mitchell Crawford. He'll settle, get his breathing right. The journalism student at Newcastle, and he comes in. And knows that he's kicked it. Mitchell Crawford, his third, given limited opportunities today. Mitchell Crawford kicks his third. So the read is Terrigal Avoca 12-4-76, just by 10 points. Newcastle City 9-12-66. In the context of the game, you were talking earlier about play going to and from.
Yep.
The next goal, Lucas, is pivotal to the whole match.
Yep.
It has to. If City want to win,
Yep.
it has to be them.
And that comes from the centre clearance as well, Dave. It's, bit even in the tap outs, but I think Chris Bishop, James Webster have been in there in and under all day getting the clearances.
Fascinating to have a look at the structure. Newcastle City have gone in a spine. In their forward line on the right-hand side, you can't see it in any camera, but Newcastle City's forwards are almost all in the one line out from the centre of the ground. There is no width at all to that forward line. Fascinating structure. I'm sure, and that is absolutely deliberate. Baker gets the football out now. He's going to run around onto his right. He's going to probably try and find Rawnsley, is he? Rawnsley gets put, but now here's a chance. Seen, can't quite pick it up cleanly. He's still got the run of the football. Chris Jackson, excellent handball. Out comes Harrison Keast. Will he go for goal from there? He has. Oh, point. Just off to the side. McDonald couldn't quite get a purchase on it. Newcastle City 9-13-67. Coming hard at Terrigal Avoca. 12-4-76. LJ.
They've been coming hard all day. There's just been periods where it's not as been as weird as this and not as been as profound in effort, but they've been there all round all day. Obviously, very good team. Newcastle City.
Angus Darling might have picked up a corky in front of us. Angus Darling's running off right in front of us here, struggling a bit. I reckon he'll be back, the big fella. He's got a lot of ticker.
Yeah.
But anyway, Terrigal Avoca are away down that wing and intercepted again by Newcastle City. Brilliantly, actually. Ball comes out. Superb pick up by Dwyer, who's away. Oh, he's now he has been called to go. So away he goes. Enright to Baker. Baker will look now. He's got space. Harrison Keast has got room. Needs to work this out in his mind. He goes direct to McDonald. McDonald's up. Need to have Rovers down at ground level. Not enough for Terrigal Avoca for Newcastle City. It was 5-on-1. I think that's Mitchell Knight. Gets a left-hand handball out. Baker will look for space and finds it. Keast, the Cameron variety, gets it out. Jackson's there. Sean's a left footer. Can he finish? No, he can't. 9-14-68 Newcastle City. Terrigal Avoca 12-4-76. LJ is even the big man's getting excited over here.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to say.
Webster's got the sit on that. And at the back, no one was marking O'Brien. And there's Bishop again cleaning up. Rawnsley's got to go here. He and Shaw have had a fantastic battle all day. Outstanding. It's played for over the shoulder against Rawnsley. So Shortall's boots come off here, so there'll be a slight delay in play. They've actually had a great battle today.
Yeah,
I reckon it's even money. Shortall's been good, so's Rawnsley.
Yes, they have.
Shortall call to go now. Puts it to the professional hotspot. Haswell's got the sit here. No, it coming in from the side. Terrific mark there by Harrison Keast. Up he goes. Cameron Keast's away. Needs to get rid of it, and he does. Now, McDonald's got a 1-on-2. He's going to need to stay on his feet and be creative here. Can't quite pick it up. Still can't pick the football up, and in come the numbers to help. Brandon Thomas is in front of Cameron Keast. He might try and step in. He doesn't. Goes the little dinky short right foot kick that finds no one. Coming straight through is Ian Baker for Newcastle City. Crossing ball comes to Pat Gillingham, who's got the mark in front of the centre wing. Gillingham looks and surveys what he's got in front of him, puts it up into this circle and finds absolutely no one but representative follower Corey Billins. Left foot kick. Now, Warren's got a paddock to go here. He's turned inside, he's gone central, has a bounce, mightn't have been wise in the gangly form, but he finds a player and hits him lace out. Braden Kingston's got the football just too far out. He's on the cricket block now. Goes hot spot, goes to the long ball. Up for grabs, punched out in the discipline play by City. Rawnsley not for the first time with a left foot kick. Comes out and Seen's got a chance here. Ball skittles off the wet deck as Lucas was talking before. But Seen comes back and beats Kingston. Goes centrally. Who to I don't know. Off his Formby and away he goes. Couldn't quite make it and Billins has got it again. Darling's on his own. No, he's gone much shorter. And the ball's gone to Clark, who's outside the arc. I'd suggest that player's going to have to come back on the mark, Lucas, and he is.
Yeah.
Clark's going to kick this probably from 52 or 53. I don't think he's got the distance in this weather, Lucas. I reckon the ball will be too heavy, mate.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there, Dave.
Can Clark produce a fourth goal for the day? Again, it's a helicopter, and no, he can't. Darling's in there and will need a rover at his feet. Tries to whack it onto a player's foot and can't. The busiest boundary umpire in Australia, Nick Hickson, picks the football up about 8 to 10 metres around from the boundary post. 6 or 7 metres, David. Don't want to be a real estate agent. Angus Darling in for this one with Jackson. Webster trying to shark it. Jackson with an effective right foot kick out. O'Brien a tap back. Scene's in there. Staying low, keeping low as he's his way. Will try and get on his left. That's an over-the-shoulder kick that the umpire was obscured from, so I can't blame him. Alexander White's got to hold his feet against Crawford there. Effective tackle, Crawford. Give him that one. Webster with a lace-out ball that, unfortunately, Keast interferes with for City. Caswell's beaten tackles today. Doesn't that time. Could have been paid, Lucas. Critical juncture of the game right here, right now, everybody. It's 8 points. Now, free kick's been plucked out to
24.
Jackson Farquhar, I think.
Farquhar, yep.
Gets given the ball back correctly.
Ooh.
Kingston's gone with a right foot kick. Goes to the hot spot. 2-on-2. Can a mark be taken? No. Into that area that Lucas Holmes states, and he's quite rightly, that's the best result for Terrigal Avoca if they can't get a goal. Hickson in exactly the same position as the throw-in 90 seconds ago. Jackson with a right fist. Doesn't want that to go out in the full, and it doesn't. Ball goes out of bounds in front of the gates and in front of Connor Haswell and Matthew Shortle. About 30 metres around. Jack Grimm in there on the left-hand side in the blue shirt. Not playing today for his beloved Panthers. Darling and Jackson again. Superb knockout by Jackson. Haswell unattached. Keast should mark that and does. He's starting to play well, Keast. He could be dangerous in this next 15 minutes.
No.
Got to find someone, and he does. He's gone to Seen, who's on his wrong side. Comes in with a 12-metre kick
15,
that's paid.
Yep.
Baker goes much longer and laterally and superbly finds that's Stewart. Stewart's onto the far flank. Essentially, can't get it. McDonald needs to get in front. Crawford's got the run here. He'll try and beat about 60 plays. Oh, Mitchell Crawford. What a handball. Superb play. Great vision. And a goal there to Pat Gillingham. So Gillingham kicks his first for the day.
Yep.
And goodness me, look at that. All of a sudden, it's 2 points, LJ.
Yep.
Newcastle City, 10-14-74. Terrigal Avoca, 12-4-76 in a pulsating fixture at number one sports ground. Lucas?
Yes, it's been very good game day. That's for sure. These two, you always get a show out of these two sides. Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Ball's taken a long time. It must have been kicked a fair way. That was interesting with Crawford. Crawford often tries to beat 1 and 2. That time he beat 1 and saw a player and unselfish and disposed to a player running into goal. It was really good awareness from Crawford. Wasn't selfish.
Yeah, just in the lead-up, you could see Crawford here. He started his run on the centre wing on the commentary box side. He bolted. Absolutely took off.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
He runs and runs and runs, and he's fit.
Yeah.
Other areas of his game he's got to work on, but he's certainly an athlete. Baker, probably with his 35th position. Keast, who's been very good, gets absolutely bamboozled by a leg break. Jimmy Webster will go long off one step. However, that's going to be interrupted by Baker.
Oh, that's almost 50.
Now let's have a look and see what the umpire's done. He's not moving backwards, is he?
No,
he's not. So no, not paid. Baker with his left foot goes down the wing, tries to find Keast, who butters up and gets a very quick handball under close attention. Ball comes through to Stewart. Stewart goes short and finds Wheeler. Now, Josh Wheeler is in with he's got a thumping left foot. Not quite sure if it's as big as your club mate, Jake Roach.
Yeah.
But Wheeler can kick the ball a long way.
It'll definitely test him, though, Dave, from this position.
Yeah, in heavy conditions, but he's certainly having a crack.
Yep.
So Josh Wheeler, 2 put extraordinarily. Newcastle City in front. We'll kick from just on the square, I reckon, inside. He's got a fair piece of that, and it's gone to the side. There's a mark plucked out there. Is that Keast again? It is. So Keast is on a very tight angle. He's gone inside unselfishly and finds Wheeler, who's interfered with a thought. Crawford's out there. So's Baker now. Can Baker finish? Oh, yes, he can. Anthony Baker finishes superbly. Newcastle City are in front. The scores: Newcastle City 11-14-80, Terrigal Avoca 12-4-76 here at number 1 Sports Ground at LJ.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also proud sponsor of the BDAFL women's competition.
What a game of footy this is, LJ.
Is this correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time City have been in the lead all day?
Yes. Simple.
Yeah.
Chris Jackson, Baker again. Baker's been brilliant. Almost gone, though, is Stewart. Took too long to get rid of it. Ball in dispute here. There's a big pack of plays. Bellens is in the top, back there trying to put a one-hand handball comes out. Baker has just been brilliant in this quarter. Gets the ball out. McDonald's on. Oh, he drops what he should have taken. And he butters up. If he finds Crawford, there's big... No, he can't get near him. Oh, great contest in there.
He dragged it in?
He's dragged that in. Oh, gee, LJ, I thought he could have paid that for dragging that in.
Yep.
Who's going to have the calm head in these next 5 or 6 minutes? Keast goes up, can't get a Bishop with a brilliant handball out to Ellis. Ian Baker's on, and he's actually shepherded out by Harrison Keast. Darling gets the football out. Left-hand handball goes to nowhere. Harrison Keast should get that to Baker. Baker's away. Sam O'Brien a good chase, but he gets it there. Finds Crawford. No, he's gone up.
Tunnel. Yeah, tunneled.
Oh, he's played a push out.
He has. Well done.
Yep.
Well done.
You know what? I reckon Crawford's been very clever there because he's gone up and seen the contact coming. It probably was a free kick, but he's made it look like a free kick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Chris Bishop is not a happy camper at the moment, Lucas Holmes.
You wouldn't be.
Now, we've got a superb view of this on your Black Diamond Cup Bar TV pictures. I'll get it right eventually. Armchair ride. We'll have no commentary here. We'll let Mitchell Crawford kick this one.
Oh.
Out of bounds on the full. Commentators Moz. Newcastle City still by 4 points. We've now passed the 20-minute juncture of the last quarter.
We have.
In this cracking game of Black Diamond Cup football, Lucas.
It's definitely been one of the best we've covered this year, Dave. It's been superb.
Baker's got to go here and can't. He's beaten pointless by Lachlan White.
Sorry, just quickly, Terrigal Avoca, very efficient out of their kick-outs. Only 1 or 2 have not gone to hand all day.
Jackson was sharked out of that by Haswell. He's got to get back and recover. Now, there's a few Terrigal Pakers around here, but he can't be picked up by Clark.
He's gone.
Scene's put an excellent tackle on there, and he's still put another tackle on there.
No.
Umpire says, I'll have it, thank you. 20.5 minutes gone. Last quarter. There'll be about 3 or 4 minutes left. Game right up for grabs. It's been a cracking fixture. We have Keast in the bear, but he's not going to go up. Borton and Jackson. Jackson goes up too early. Eventually comes through. That's a push in the back and has been found, I think. Yeah, Damon Smith's been paid for a push in the back right on the corner of the square. Needs to have a calm head here. Gets it to Bishop. That's probably a wise thing. Bishop with a short left foot kick. Wheeler with a thumping punch out that falls to Kingston, I think. Now, Darling's got the ball here. He's swamped. Can't get it out. Newcastle City have got a sniff here. Ball comes out. Willer's got to make a contest.
mark.
Despite the fact he does, Lewis with a superb mark. Straight back in from Lewis, not mucking around. Baker's got a punch and does. So that is Liam Dwyer. Comes around his right. He's probably looked for Baker, I assume. He hasn't. He's found Jackson Crawford's got to have solid hands, and he has. Who's he going to find here? It's intercept marked. Look out. James Webster again smothered. Harrison Keast, Angus Darling. This is so exciting to watch. Luke Rauncey with a left foot kick. Must be taken by Willer, and he's got to go long. And he does. 1-on-1. McDonald's got the sit here. Can he get the football? He can't. Handball comes out.
Rush behind.
I think there was a slight push in the back there. So another point to City. Terrigal have now got to kick a goal to get in front. Newcastle City up by 5 points, 81-76. Out the ball comes this week. Terrific mark. Lachlan White under close attention. Pat Gillingham has to go now. Has to go. Got to take the risk. Ball inside, away and taking it centre half back. Formby with the long ball goes down this wing. Contest coming. Jackson is at the fall of the ball. Is swamped on immediately. And umpire says, give it to me right in front of the commentary box position. Lucas Holmes, 22 and almost a half minutes gone.
It's been a very good game. This last quarter especially, Dave, has been superb.
It has been. Comes out. Borton can't get it out cleanly. Now Haswell can. Gets a right foot around the corner kick. Wheeler's on here. Crawford's going to put the speed on. Can he do something magic? He'll probably won't try and do something magic. He'll try and be disciplined. Is Harrison Cook's going to give a ball up? Crawford's actually done a good job there.
Yes.
Didn't give away a free kick.
Yep.
Although he went to ground, he's done enough. Ball exactly where Newcastle City want it. Deep in their own forward line.
They've just picked it up. There's a player come off the interchange bench for that click.
Great tap out there.
Sorry.
Crawford's in front. Jackson, that is. Can't get the ball through. Little scrubby kick. There's a whistle.
That's
Gracious me, a whistle. And that's been paid. Mitchell Crawford's got into Thomas there. Wheeler said if someone's not careful, there'll be a reversal. Harrison Crook is explaining his decision to Brandon Thomas. Not going to help the situation. So here is a free kick coming for Newcastle City. I think that's Cade Triffett. I'm just waiting for the cameras. It is.
Cade Triffett.
So Triffett is directly in front. He's going to take the kick from 12, 13 metres out. This will just about seal the win for City if he kicks this. Cade Triffett has kicked the goal despite not being a convincing kick. Cade Triffett, a goal for City, who've come in like a wet sail in the last quarter. Now, Newcastle City.
Yep.
You've got that as 12-15.
I have.
Okay. We're the 11-15 it was before 81. So Newcastle City, 12-15-87. Terrigal Avoca, 12-4-76. So 27 Shawing Scots to 16.
Yep.
And we have 24 minutes into the last quarter.
Yep.
Lucas, Newcastle City look like they're just about there.
Yeah, they do. I'm not sure there'll be much time left for Terrigal Avoca here, Dave.
But they haven't got time for two kicks.
No.
Something miraculous has got to happen, mate. Jackson and Borton's been a terrific battle. It really has. Jackson's won them honours, but Borton's been superb. Borton with a left-hand tap down. Bishop can't get it. Baker and Billins going at it. Brandon Thomas comes flying through the middle, gets the ball. That is Kingston, who really has to take this kick quickly. He's a good enough kick to kick this, is Kingston.
Got to take his time. Rather not take his time to get composed.
He hasn't. He's just got himself. He's got himself composed. He's not mucking around. Kingston from 45 is a helicopter. Now that's gone into the boundary under the point post on the bounce.
Yep.
Nick Hickson will have a throw in directly adjacent to the behind post. 25 minutes gone. Last quarter. Jackson with a tap out. Jackson again butters up. Darling tries to take it off him. Can't do so. Still trying to get out of there. Ball comes out. Could have been paid. And there it is. City have pulled off a superb victory. Newcastle City, 12 goals, 15-87. Terrigal Avoca, 12-4-76. And a cracking game of football. Newcastle City, Mitch Crawford, 3 goals. Kevin McDonald, 2. Singles to Pat Gillingham, Anthony Baker, Liam Dwyer, Mitch Knight, Jake Harder-Kynan and Cade Triffett. For Terrigal Avoca, 3 goals each to Jackson Farquhar and Doug Clark. Singles to Angus Darling, Sam O'Brien in his return from a dreadful broken arm. 2 goals to Matthew Shortall and singles to Austin Clark and Braden Kingston. Lucas Holmes, what do you say?
Very good game, as we just established before. When they kicked that second to last goal, City, first time they've been in front all day. You can't say they've been chasing. It's always been there and about. So it was a very even game. I think they just jumped them at the start, Terrigal Avoca, and that just showed then that they had to keep them at bay, and unfortunately they couldn't.
Very well spoken. Terrigal Avoca got out to a cracking start, and Newcastle City, the only team in the league that would have come that far against that side.
Yeah.
Really good. Look, let's go through some of your better plays.
Yes.
For Terrigal Avoca first, who do you think was some of the better plays for Terrigal Avoca?
Chris Bishop was outstanding, I think. Yep. Also, Braden Kingston was all right, but Jay Lewis was up there. Corey Billings was good. Obviously, Doug Clark, I think we're coming back to him soon.
We'll be coming back to Doug Clark in a minute.
Soon.
Yeah, sure.
Angus Darling also, I think, very good in the ruck and then
Yep.
forward as well. And for City, Mitch Crawford kicked 3. This is more even. I think this is sort of harder to get out. Mitch Crawford kicked 3 goals. Pat Gillingham was good early. Kevin McDonald also very good, but I think Anthony Baker was one of their best players out in the ground. I think, Dave.
Connor Haswell got a lot of ball, beat a lot of tackles. Cameron Keith came back into the game. He's used his bulk and size, and in the second half he was full of running, which is a good sign for Newcastle City.
Sorry, just quickly, Josh Wheeler, I think, honourable mention as well. I think he would play fairly well.
The main protagonist.
Yeah.
First of all, Dus Hondhouse, I think, is quite clear. Douglas Clark for his magnificent effort. Far pocket. You happy with that, Dus Hondhouse?
The second one, not the first.
The second one,
one.
So Douglas Clark. And I'll let you please. Can you nominate who you think should win Subway Morissette? I've got one person in mind, but who would you like?
I'm leaning towards Anthony Baker, I think. What do you think? I'll go with you on this one, though. I'm not overly convinced.
3 votes.
Yep,
Anthony Baker.
done.
So Subway Morissette, Anthony Baker. Lucas, terrific game of football. Really was. It was a pleasure calling it.
It was
very exciting.
Very good game. Had that finals feel, didn't it? And this may be. I'm not going to say this very out loud because I got all my mates there sitting next to me.
We've got all the Warners Bay guys. I'm sure they've got ideas that they can get into the grand final against either one of these.
I think this may be one of those. Might be a top game at the end of the year. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Though,
Lucas, good luck next week with your umpiring and playing. I'm sorry you won't be with us. You'll be at Adcock Park.
I shall be.
I'll be back here with the great Alex Coburn to do Warners Bay and Cardiff. And please keep in touch. It'll be a massive game.
I shall see you hopefully in a fortnight.
Look forward to it. Thank you for your work today, Lucas. Really appreciate it, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic afternoon's football. Really great game of football. On behalf of my colleague Lucas Holmes, our wonderful Bar TV team, guys, thank you very much for a superb job again. Great pictures, great production. My name is David Redden. It's been my pleasure and honour to be with you. That's all from us here at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Newcastle City up by 11 points. Thank you all. See you next week.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially Black Diamond AFL.
A massive thank you to all of their sponsors.
BLK, the major sponsor and official apparel supplier of Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known.
Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment.
GE Industrial Solutions, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers for the past 50 years.
Wilson Security, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Prime 7, coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon.
Star 104.5, the home of Rabbit and Julie Goodwin, playing more music variety.
The Entertainment Grounds, one of the Central Coast's premier events locations.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast.
And Subway Morissette. Subway, eat fresh.
And remember to tune in to our Brekkie Show 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Okay, so just completely go out of Safari. And then we'll disconnect everything. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, guys. Great work. Thanks, mate.
John, it was really good. Next year,
Sorry?
yeah, I think all of that really worked.
Okay, that's done.
I'm happy you had that quick conversation too, mate. You just take the charge and just push us in the right direction.